Brighton sold Caicedo and had Baleba there.
Exactly. They're not taking chances.
That's wicked.
Why?
What do you
is it
mean?
wicked?
That
So they can be 10th
wicked.
and then 10th and then 10th. Why is it wicked?
They were almost not 10th.
But they were 10th.
See, their manager's 31.
So what? So bro, they're doing it with the manager.
What do you want Brighton to do?
They're doing it with their manager. This is the least football team in the Premier League.
Brighton
is very Red Bull, is horrible.
You are not allowed to criticise Brighton and rate Villa.
From My Left, every episode of From My Left is archived and is available to enjoy on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and of course on YouTube.
And Deezer.
And allegedly Deezer. You can also find us on TikTok at From My Left, on Twitter at From My Left, on Instagram at From My Left. If you have not subscribed to this show yet, please subscribe right now. It helps us a lot with the algorithm. It helps us a lot to just look at the number and say we're growing. Miles looks at the number of subscribers every single day and says, boys, we've gone up 4 subscribers. Boys, we've gone up 8 subscribers. He's obsessed.
He does.
Don't do it for that though, but do it because it is important for our growth. We are slowly building going into next season. I've mentioned hard launch. I've talked about the soft launch. We are growing, we're evolving. Miles is back from holiday. Unfortunately, we've lost Specs to a big meeting.
ACL.
At the last minute. He got called into a big meeting.
Yeah, he did, man.
Only so much you can do.
See, do you know what? I listened to the way you just started this episode and it was very smooth. You didn't stumble once and it's well done. First of all.
Thanks, man.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the first time you hosted. I'm going to see how you did then and see if you improved. But do you think you could like host a show?
100%. Yeah.
Like Saturday Night Live?
I've written so many hosting scripts and I've had to like be a surrogate host to explain how I want
You've had to be Trevor Noah.
Yeah, I've definitely am capable.
Do you think you could host the show?
Mark Guehi was on
The Daily
Show this week. What's going on? Sorry, Geordie. You asked Miles a question. Could Miles host the show? Do you want me to answer that?
No, go on.
He's going to say no.
Yeah, go on. No, as someone that with talent ID. Do you
Talent ID who's worked with Miles and tried to get him to host things before. No, Miles could not host the show.
That's bad. Because that's a lie.
What?
I could definitely host a show. I don't think there's not one show in the UK.
You know, there are shows you could host.
Intro from my left right now.
Any show.
Intro from my left right now. I'm sitting back.
Yeah?
Your own flavour, your own pizzazz.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to From My Left. My name is Miles, a.k.a. Wells, a.k.a. the best looking guy on YouTube. And to my left, I have... Introduce yourself.
All right. This is your method
so aggressive.
Introduce yourself.
You paused that. That was a hot potato, though. You paused that on.
Introduce yourself. I can't speak for him. He has to speak for himself. So introduce yourself.
My name's Tigo Siegel.
And to my right, I have...
Geordie, not Jordan.
And today we are talking about Manscaped, where you shave your balls.
That's a good point, actually, Miles. Now you're back from holiday. There's one thing that I really wanted to talk to you about. We've kind of been planning. Are we going to ambush Miles with this? You've obviously been wearing your shorts outside. You've obviously been topless, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Were you well prepared in terms of the trimmings and the management of the body hair?
Before I went on holiday, I kind of did like a bodge job. I've got a razor and, both hands on the chest, armpits. But when you get down to this area, the bottom area, when you shave your pubic hairs.
Yeah.
Sometimes the hairs don't really agree. They're not as fine.
Yeah.
So you get stuck.
Yeah.
So
I cut myself shaving.
Well,
it's proper Home Alone stuff, isn't it?
Miles alone. Well, luckily we've got a new sponsor. It's Manscaped. And Manscaped there has never been a better product for a specific service than Manscaped is for male body hair grooming. Like that problem that you're describing is actually a generations long problem that Manscaped has come into the game and solved and continues to make smoother and better with every single release.
I needed this package before I flew out.
Open it. Have a butch, man.
Obviously, Manscaped's skin-safe technology was developed to help you groom with more confidence with fewer mishaps. Yes, that's right. This is the White Hot 5.0 Ultra. That is elite. That's an elite product.
It looks nice though.
I had the black 4.0. Apparently I got the white 5.0.
Well, now Miles needs it more than you.
Oh, this is wonders.
This is one.
Ooh.
The blades are designed to glide over the skin with less tug and pull, helping you avoid the usual redness and irritation that comes with lower quality trimmers. You're a man. You have tried to trim with low quality trimmers.
Facts.
It is probably the biggest waste of time in the world.
It's a bush tucker draw.
When there is a specific tailor-made product built for you called the Manscaped. And it is the leader in the category for a very good reason. It is so smooth. No problems.
The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra.
I never had this. This sounds beautiful. I never had this. I wish I had this.
Manscaped is the perfect device for that one specific job. One of the most important jobs all men face.
So I don't have to use my scissors anymore.
Oh my.
It's good for your packaging as well. Like if you're going away, it's good for your package. It's good for your packaging. If you're going away, it just slips into the travel bag. Need it on the go, straight in the hotel shower. Nothing special needs doing. It's a device purpose built to make sure you're tidy, clean. It's good for your hygiene down
That's
there.
if you want to fade it.
If you want to fade it,
Yeah, you want to blend it.
you want to blend it. Nice little fade, just touch up, little touch up.
Shape up.
Get around the sides.
It's class as well because the old black ones are sharp and they're like classic devices, but the white one, like, it's actually a beautiful looking product. White and gold. Nice. White Hot looks, smooth results. The White Hot 5.0 Ultra brings the heat without cooking your skin. It's sleek, easy to use, and way less terrifying than whatever you were using before. Obviously, because we're partnering with Manscaped today, we have got a special 15% off discount code, which is a big chunk off a price.
Big.
Our code is From My Left, one word, capital letters, From My Left on manscaped.com. That's 15% off of your order at manscaped.com. Stay cool, stay smooth, and leave the burns to the sun. Get the White Hot Ultra 5.0. There will never be a time where you regret buying a Manscaped.
Impossible.
One of the key products for a generation, I would say.
It's nice.
Manscaped.com, code From My Left, 15% off.
15%.
Miles, you're back from holiday.
Yep.
Your first holiday since I've known you. Mm-hmm. How?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
You
is.
tried to get me there.
Yes, it is.
Brother.
Just because you went Sweden for a concert, that's not a holiday.
See, Miles, your holidays are weekends.
This is a holiday.
Your
Even though
holidays are weekends.
This wasn't the longest holiday in the world, but this was a holiday.
Should I name them?
No.
Should I name them?
Go on.
Oh, no, you went DR.
Like,
When?
DR. Yeah, I went DR last year.
When?
March.
Oh,
Yeah, for a
last
stag.
year.
Yeah.
For a stag.
Not first. Yeah, it was for a stag. It was for a
Because
stag.
he wasn't there that time when Taser was up to waist high in the water, was he?
Were you in
No, that was a different. No, that was years ago.
Yeah.
That's when they was in Thailand. Bali.
Okay.
That was Clement. Do you know Clement?
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Clement. That was Clement's wedding.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've done DR, Australia, and
No, stop saying Australia.
That's long before
Statute
I
of
met you.
limitations.
Long
bro. That's
before I
done
met
that.
you.
I knew those guys.
You
then.
didn't know us
You
when
did
you went
not
to Australia.
know me. No
I
way.
did.
No, when? What year?
It was 2017.
Didn't know you.
I did know
Met
you.
you in 2017. Literally met you in 2017.
Have I said?
Yeah.
And not only did I meet you in 2017, it was in the season, so it would have been autumn, winter time. You definitely didn't go Australia.
It was
all of the
November. It was
time.
November, December. Yeah.
Stop saying Australia.
Yeah. So Australia. Okay.
So
Singapore,
how was your
Australia.
holiday, Miles?
It was a good holiday, man. It was a good holiday. It was needed. It was a good break. Lanzarote.
I like Lanzarote. I've been Lanzarote.
Lanzarote is where all my white friends went when I was in
Yeah,
primary
it's
school.
a cheap place to go. It's
Listen,
a cheap place to
All
go.
my white friends
I
went
think
there.
Lanzarote is where the white people go. Respectfully.
The white people go a lot of places, but yes, they
But
do go
it's,
Lanzarote.
it's like their Jamaica. It's the white Jamaica. No, seriously.
No, there's like
Are
there's
you crazy?
places. There's places that are.
Are you
white Jamaica.
crazy?
No, I hear it though.
No, I hear it too,
Like,
but
you know what I'm saying? Caribbean people, there's Jamaicans, there's
where
Bajans.
does Specs go? Benidorm.
Benidorm. That's the place.
Okay, Benidorm.
Lanzarote's on the list though.
Yeah, no.
Lanzarote is close.
Lanzarote, I went Lanzarote. I went with one white person. Everyone else that I went with was black. But it is the kind of place where you go to a club and you'll hear, hey, ha, hey, a hemi on a hemi, a hey,
Or you hear like
I
Nelly,
didn't
ride
even
with
do
me.
all that.
Yeah, well, you're lucky if you hear Ride With Me, bro. You're going to hear Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut.
Oh my. Yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear like there was a disco night there.
Did anyone recognize you out there?
In the airport. In the airport.
In England.
In the England airport?
Yeah, England. Oh yeah, there was.
So no one recognized you out there?
There was two black guys there. I saw.
Did they recognize you?
Yeah, one of them.
What percentage of our audience do you think are black, by the way?
Oh, at least 85%.
Yeah, I don't think so.
At least.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man.
Well.
Well, he knows. He got the analytics.
No, I do not have that analytic. You don't. When you sign up for YouTube, they don't ask you that.
Yeah, of course. Now we got a big Somali community, right? I would say.
Yeah.
They're black.
No, we lost
Okay.
them, man. We lost them.
Nah, we've still got.
No, we lost them.
But either way,
they
they're
left us. SDS got them.
Big up SDS then.
It's facts.
But we've got them. We've got black people as
There's
well.
there's a lot of my people watch this show.
A lot of white people watch the
That's
show.
the first time you said my people.
My clan.
That's the first time
My
you've
crew.
ever said my people.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was just
Are you planning another holiday quickly now?
New York, and I might go Turkey in between again.
Well, I'm going to fly. I'm flying Barcelona in the beginning of August.
I'll tell you why I'm laughing. Because I don't think realistically you're going to hit both places this year.
Man, New York's like you said, I do weekend holidays. That's a weekend holiday.
I've done New York in a weekend. Yeah.
New York's on the weekend. I'm gonna go Thursday, come back on a Sunday.
Do it then.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm definitely.
Don't talk about it.
I want to travel on my own.
Be
as well.
about it.
Yeah, I've done that as well. You should do it. It's very, very enlightening.
Yeah, I heard you learn about yourself a lot.
You do.
I
You still
don't-
need to learn about yourself.
I know a lot about me. Not a lot about myself. I don't need to, but
You don't need to know a lot about yourself.
nah. But I heard it's very good to like travel on your own.
So what
Responsibilities.
the hell would Miles alone in New York do? That'll be Home Alone 2.
That's a good idea. That's a good question. Also another thing I said.
Oh my God, he left it. He left the question.
No, but whatever you do in New York stays in New York. I don't know. What do you do in New York? I don't know. But Tigo,
Yeah.
I said to myself, yeah, I saw a pigeon in Lanzarote, yeah. Does a pigeon in Lanzarote know he's a different pigeon to one in New York and London? Or do they just think they're all pigeons? Because a New York pigeon must have a different swag or different kind of vibe to him to a London pigeon, right? But there's loads of pigeons all over the world.
You know what? I'll be honest with you.
Because how did that pigeon get here and how did you get here?
It's a great question.
I don't know that it is a great
That's
question.
a
I'll be
great
honest with
question.
you.
Because when I went to Essex, the pigeons were white.
See, white pigeons in Essex, that makes sense. And the ones in northwest London are black.
There are nice looking pigeons and ugly pigeons everywhere.
But Tigo, think about it though. The
But I
pigeons,
hear it,
the
though,
pigeons
like-
in New York, do you think if a New York pigeon sees a pigeon from London, do you think he knows you're not from here? Because it's different climates. A Lanzarote pigeon is not
Why
on
have
the...
you picked pigeons?
Because I saw a pigeon in Lanzarote and I said, how did you get here?
You
Well,
relaxed.
they can fly.
They can't fly
That's
that far.
flying.
Bro, it took me 4 hours to fly on a plane. And that plane was doing 700 miles an hour. The pigeon is going to take him a lot. He ain't going to get there, Tigo. There's no landing spots. You can't just land in the middle of the sea, a pigeon, and take a break.
Well, what happens is a generation will fly to the next island, and then that one will fly to the next island 10 years later, and then over the course of time, they're everywhere. Pigeons are everywhere.
And that's the thing. He's from Congo. I'm from Jamaica. We're both black, but it's the same thing. Then his generation stopped off at Congo.
We're pigeon.
My generation stopped off at Jamaica.
I
But I
if
know I'm
that's-
different to Geordie.
I don't know
Different
if-
cultures. It's the same thing. He said island hopping. Eventually, over the years, so the Lanzarote pigeons are different to the London pigeons.
But they're all the same.
Of course.
Well, like we're all the same.
Of
Jesus
course.
Christ, that was like a headache, right? That was like a fever dream.
Do you know what? I would like someone to let us know if there is a cultural difference and a behavioural difference between pigeons in Lanzarote and pigeons in New York and London. I would
And
like.
LA.
I would like to know.
Speaking of Congo and Jamaica and England, allegedly, I asked Miles for his top 3 Jamaicans ever in life.
Yeah.
He left his mum out. He said, no, forget about it.
She's not
Who
fully
are
Jamaican.
your
but
top
that's
3 English people?
Alive.
Yes.
Okay. My top 3 English people alive. Wow. No one's bringing to mind. Family members out of it, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
of course.
Don't worry, they would have been. I'm not. I like David Attenborough's cool,
He would have been in mine.
but I don't. Unless it's about like wars and cold wars and that, I'm not really watching these documentaries. Not
I
so
love
much
animal
these days.
stuff.
Oh, do you know who's up there for me? Rowan Atkinson,
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
I saw him in Crouch End once.
That must have been a moment.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that must have been special.
Good speaking voice as well, you know.
Oh, in that case, what?
No,
Wait, what?
no, the actual man himself, innit? Not Mr. Bean. He don't talk. He just he does that. But the actor himself, the man, because he's not real Tigo. He's not Mr. Bean. What's Tigo thinks Mr. Bean's Mr. Bean? No, Ron Atkinson.
T.
Rowan Atkinson.
Mr. Bean's not real, you know.
No, Rowan Atkinson's great. He's great in.
you
Mr.
just
Bean,
let
he's
you
great
know.
in
Johnny English.
Blackadder, Johnny
English,
English.
yeah.
What did you just say? What's the other one?
Blackadder.
I've
You never
never
watched Blackadder?
No.
My God, you would love Blackadder.
This is a Google moment. Yeah.
Blackadder's great for history as well.
In that case, you got to put Louis Theroux in there. Is he English?
Louis Theroux's, top 3.
I saw
Yeah.
him
Oh,
on the train on the way here.
No.
Not a couple weeks
Oh.
ago. I saw him on the train. He just got on the train and just sat down. I looked at him like, it's Louis Theroux. And a few people, I was like, wow.
Yeah, I saw him in Ali Pali. You just got to leave him though.
Yeah, you just leave
you know
those
what?
guys.
I'm gonna take Louis Theroux out.
Okay.
I'm gonna add Mark Guehi.
What?
No, stop, man. I gotta turn my mic away.
What the hell is that?
He was on the Daily Show.
I don't think
Tico,
me
man.
and Miles won't let you have.
No,
Mark
you're
do,
not
you know,
having
do, you know,
Mark
do you know why? Do you know why? It's different to like Jordan Henderson and all that stuff.
I remember the show Blackadder. Sorry,
Great show.
I remember this. It's like a Shakespearean kind of thing.
Well, it's different. One series is in the First World War in the trenches. One
Remember
series in the Victorian era. So it's It's a great,
Yeah, I remember this.
great show.
Remember
It's genius.
Mark Guehi.
Mark Gray, he's actually like a superb human being. And I think as time goes on, people are going to actually discover that my fandom of Mark Gray, as much as it is about his football, everyone's going to kind of come around to this idea that, oh my God, this is
Have you spoke to him?
this is a very unique human being. I've never spoken to him, no.
I'm sure he
I
knows
track
who
his
you are.
movements quite closely, as you can
Wow.
imagine. He knows who I am.
Calm down.
No, I'll be
He knows who I am.
I'll be completely uncalm.
He
I
can't
know he
be
knows
your-
who I am.
he
So
Yeah.
you're
can't
putting
be
out
your
Ivorian in your top 3, yeah?
He's a great Englishman. And then number 3, I'm going to go with Chris Morris.
Chris Morris is who?
Chris Morris is a writer. He wrote like Four Lions, the film. You ever seen Four Lions?
It's a Google
He
moment.
wrote
It's a Google moment.
Brass
man.
Eye. He co-wrote Nathan Barley. He wrote just Chris Morris. Look him up.
Wow, it's a bad
Genius.
Riz Ahmed.
It's a bad 3, you know.
Riz Ahmed in Four Lions. Yeah,
I know Riz Ahmed.
Riz Ahmed could be in the top 4.
Nigel Lindsay.
Lindsay.
I don't.
Lindsay.
There's Lindsay. don't correct
Miles, can you do me a favor?
me. Go on.
I've got a old Corinthians figure here. I've covered up his name on the front and back. I want you to name this former Arsenal player.
Oh, come on.
I would like to have challenged Specs to do this because I don't think Specs would have got it either. Steve-O would have got it. Any thoughts, Miles? Anything coming to mind on this podcast?
Show to the camera again.
Just looking at his face. His face is. I don't know, man.
His son played for Chelsea and Ipswich. And he came from Ipswich.
Oh my God.
Say it, Jordy.
So he's not Brazilian.
No.
Oh, Sugar Ray Leonard. No, I knew it because the minute he said son, I knew it. But
No, that's spun me because I'm thinking.
oh, swear down.
He played for the British Virgin Islands.
Wait, say that he.
No, he managed the Brit. He's the current manager of the British Virgin Islands. Boys,
So give me the clue again. His son.
Plays for Chelsea and Ipswich.
his son
Played or
his
plays?
son played for Chelsea.
And plays.
Actually, he didn't play for Ipswich, but he came from Ipswich. His son currently plays for Warrington Rylands, by the way.
Oh no, you lost me again. You lost me again.
That is, and I would like.
Can I have a guess?
Yes, please. He was signed by George Graham,
Oh, forget it. Just
one of George Graham's last signers. I want to
forget it. That's
say.
before my time.
A striker.
I'll just get
Yeah,
a virtue.
striker,
He is
yeah.
a striker.
Yep.
Oh, what's that striker's name? It is the striker, man. No, I knew the position. I know the.
You asked for a guess.
Oh, I know the I know the name.
See, say his name so you can say so he can say I knew it.
His name's Chris.
What does it begin with?
K. Begins with K. Jamaican and Ugandan descent.
Whoa.
Nah, it's gone then.
That's Chris Kawamya.
No, I don't know.
Oh.
Alex Kawamya's dad.
What is it?
Alex Coleman still kicking ball, yeah?
Yeah.
Can he stay on the table for the episode?
100%. He should. You have to honor him. You can take those stickers off so people can actually see his name now.
Yeah, Kawanga.
Kawamya. Kawamya.
Boys, can I ask one more question before we get into football?
Of course, it's your show.
You're right.
Ask away.
You're right. It is my show, isn't it? Personal for you and you, Miles. Your top 3 sitcom characters ever.
It's a very good question. I'm going to go with Dennis Reynolds from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Which one's that one?
What's the show or which one's Dennis?
I don't remember Dennis. Which one's Dennis?
Dennis
is the brother.
The serial killer. Yeah,
the brother.
The brother, yeah. Serial killer-esque. Then I'm going to go with...
It's like serial killers. No one flagged out. No one said it. His first one was a serial killer.
It's true.
He's not really a serial killer.
God.
Then I'm going to go with Schmidt from New Girl.
People keep telling me I'm him. Why?
Interesting. You got to watch it and find out.
I'm never watching New Girl.
And then my last pick is going to be George from Seinfeld.
Is that Jay Pritchett?
Oh, do you know what, though? Actually, no, it's going to be Michael Kyle.
Oh.
Michael Kyle, Dennis Reynolds,
Yeah,
and Schmidt.
And Schmidt, yeah.
Yeah, Michael Kyle was...
That's a good front three, you
Michael
know?
Kyle is in yours.
Yeah, of course. That's one of the best shows ever, man. That show... It's better than Fresh Prince.
Of course it is. That's not even a hot
My
take.
wife and kids is better than Fresh Prince.
That's not even a hot
I don't
take.
think it is.
That's not.
A lot of
you don't
people
think it's
say
better?
No, I don't think it is.
I think it's better than Fresh Prince.
I don't think
But
it is.
that's a
I'm
whole
sorry.
other-
I understand though. I'm not mad at anyone, but no.
So who's your top three then, Jordy?
Ooh. Modern Family, the granddad.
Ed
The
O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill from, but forget that. Jay Pritchett is his name. I don't watch that old show.
There's a better granddad than him, though.
Oh, Pops Williams in the Wayans Brothers.
I didn't really like that show.
See, that show was class.
I don't know why.
And I'll be honest, I gotta go Will Smith.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say Michael Kyle.
You're pandering there because you know there's a Friends person you want to put in there.
Who, me?
Go on, Michael
no.
Kyle.
Oh, I don't love a Friends person like that.
Okay.
Michael Kyle.
Oh, Ross. I do.
Because to be honest, I'm struggling because I kind of want to go back and put
I love Ross.
Curb Your Enthusiasm, Larry David in there.
Sorry, go on, Miles.
Michael Kyle. Kel. From Keenan and Kel.
Okay, you based yourself on Kel growing up.
One of my idols.
That's his
man.
blueprint.
Yeah.
That guy was unbelievable.
He was unbelievable. He was.
Kel was he was Nickelodeon at one point.
Yeah.
He was the face of
He
Nickelodeon.
dropped the screw in the tuna.
Oh, him.
Did you lot grow up hearing one of them died?
Yeah. Kel. Everyone
Okay,
thought Kel
cool.
died in a car crash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he survived.
Just checking.
Michael Kyle,
He survived.
Kel, and who'd the third one be? Sitcom. Who do I like?
Dwight from The Office.
You've never watched The Office.
Would you say Michael Pilkington is a sitcom?
Carl Pilkington.
Carl Pilkington.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say that.
I like him though.
I'll bet.
I like him. So I'm going to put him in there.
You're
as
talking,
well.
you're talking prototypes. Miles is Kel Kimball and Carl Pilkington.
I like them. It's like the way how their brain thinks. It's just,
Oh my god.
it's just the process of it. It's mad.
Oh my
It's intriguing.
god.
It's intriguing. But I like Kel though. Keenan and Kel was my favorite show, man. I loved that show.
How old were you lot, man?
Loved that show. I'm not that
How
far
old
behind
were
you.
you lot? You're going to have to rephrase that to
How
make
old
sense.
were you lot when that show was kicking on?
I
How
remember
old
when
are
it first
Or was I
dropped.
watching the rerun?
Yes.
You were watching the rerun, yeah.
Okay, got
Well,
you.
we was watching the rerun.
What?
Yeah.
You lot were?
How old are you now?
Bro, you're way... Bro, Miles, you're way older than me.
I'm not way old. I'm not. I don't know. You keep doing this and it's
Bro.
annoying. You should stop doing that.
Me and you ain't the same gen.
No, but you're just behind me.
Exactly.
But
So he was watching the reruns.
yeah, but I caught both.
Oh, he got held
Wow,
back, though.
you
He got held back.
I didn't get help. I caught both.
Oh,
But generation,
my
you
God.
know, generation is only it's 10 years.
If you say so.
Yeah, there's some people class people within 10 years. You're in my
It depends,
generation.
but there are certain cut-off points, though. There are things that happen that mark that 10-year period. So, like, did you go to school with mobile phones from year 7? We didn't.
I did.
Yeah. So that's a generation. That's a break.
I had a mobile phone in year 7.
No, you
No,
didn't.
you
No, you
didn't.
I did. I had the Sony Ericsson. The
No,
little Nokia.
you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't,
I
Miles.
did. I had the Sony Ericsson.
This is a rebrand. We're witnessing a rebrand.
I would
here.
love to know what song was charting when you lot were in year 7.
When I was in year 7,
21 Seconds is charting in year 7, not year 7.
For you lot.
No,
like,
not for me, but
not for me, not for me.
Not for me. Try and leave you.
He's older than me. He's not my generation.
Yeah. Be careful, because you know what I found the other day? The photo of you on your birthday that you stored, and that's got the date on it.
Oh, yeah.
So leave it.
Is the date there?
Yeah, no, it's in the metadata, so it's at the top. I see it. That's the date.
Why would you think to see that?
I was looking
would you
for
think
photos
to
for you
see
to
that?
post for your
I know,
birthday
but-
to celebrate the life of Miles.
Damn.
You know, I got a school report from year 7 that I found at my parents' house the other day that I haven't read, but it's got all my different classes, and it's got a little thing like rank out of 5, all these different things, punctuality, attitude, whatever, and it's got a little description of me, but I haven't read it. But the Boardroom, our new show, which we start recording very shortly, I'm gonna give it to you guys to read.
I will find one of mine too.
I think I've got some stuff from year
I
7.
think that's good content.
I will find one of mine.
Yeah.
I got some of my old
Even if I
primary
have
school
to
books.
hit the school up and say, yo, find that. I'll find it.
I got some books from primary school as well.
Stop it. I would love to read those.
Why?
Just do.
You're a hoarder. You're a hoarder.
I think I am, you know.
You're a hoarder.
Semi, but not full.
Wrestling toys and...
Yeah, but you can't throw away those things, man.
I hear it.
You can't
I
throw away
wouldn't
those
throw away
things.
wrestling toys.
I want to
like
throw away.
wrestling toys.
I've still got my Power Ranger toys.
I dash everything.
Like, you got to give these things away. I'd rather give it. You know, like, oh yeah. Remember Andy, Toy Story? You know, you just got to,
Toy Story 3.
yeah, you just got to give the toys. You cherish it too much.
So what are you waiting for then?
To when I have my kids.
Oh, you're waiting to give it to your kid?
Yeah,
Because
like,
you had
this
a
is-
nephew that's even past that age now.
Yeah, but he can't have it because he's just, you know, he's got to pass it on to your one.
Well, those,
can have other
those
stuff,
wrestling toys from the 80s are gonna, they're going to be in the future.
Daddy, who's Ken Shamrock?
Hey. That's a bad one.
Well, from my left, we're here. We're going to be talking about football from this point on, I guess, if we don't slip up. But I'm going to introduce the panel. Even though Miles did do a good job of introducing the panel earlier, I'll do it again anyway. From my left, his name is Geordie.
His name is Geordie. It's not Jordan. Talk to me important. I'm going to perform later today. Found out by accident. I did say yes to it, but I got a text saying, yo, you still good for today? I thought, oh,
Yeah, it's always hard.
but I'm
today?
doing that. Yeah, I'm
time?
doing that. 8, 9.
Where is it?
Central.
Can I come?
Yeah, I got a +1. I was gonna go on my own, but
Is it?
Yeah,
I'll come.
I go on my own and then just leave
I ain't
things.
doing nothing today.
Oh, thanks. I'm also working on my album, and it's taking shape, man. I showed some of it to my dad. Do your dads give a shit about things you do? Because my dad, he took phone calls, like he don't give a.
What's the last time have you taken notice? I don't think so.
Did your dad know you got a show called From My Left?
Did your dad know you were with Gilberto Silva?
No, I don't think so. But he supports Tottenham.
What?
Interesting.
Why don't I know this?
All my uncles support Tottenham.
He's not your uncle, but I get it.
No, but all my uncles and my dad.
No, I get it. I get
No,
it.
I know who he is. We look the same. But there's only one uncle that supports Arsenal.
How did you become Arsenal then?
It's only one. Because my mum, Ian Wright, and my mum.
Oh, but don't say it like that.
Chris Kawamia, of
Don't
course.
say it like
And
that.
Chris Kawami.
Don't forget Chris Kawamia.
Yeah.
Next on the panel, he just made his debut on our audio exclusive feed. Second episode dropped on Tuesday.
Thank you for having me.
That was a lot of fun. His name's Miles.
AKA Wiles, AKA Malinho. I don't like the best looking guy on YouTube thing anymore. Because we all know it is. But it's just, we got to drop it now. So it's just,
With the tan though, bro, with the tan.
yeah, with the tan. With the, you see the lines though? For the
Sunglasses.
That's why you don't wear sunglasses.
Yeah, it's crazy. I burnt my nose as well, T, man. Skin's a bit burnt. Look,
Have you been wearing sun cream?
I didn't. For one day. One day. That's all it took. One day.
Hubris. You have to wear sun cream.
Yeah, you
It's,
do.
Yeah, I got cocky. I got cocky.
I got
listen.
cocky, man.
I
And
got
it was
cocky.
overcast for the first day as well. So you just think,
Yeah.
but
The
it
sun
gets
can
you.
still get you.
It still gets
Yeah.
you, man. But it was nice, man. I feel good. I feel rejuvenated.
Did you do anything different out there? Did you get on the karaoke machine?
Nah. It wasn't that kind of holiday, you know. Just wanted to go relax. Just wanted to actually just chill out, Jody. Big man thing. I needed it. Because sitting next to you like every week is not easy.
It's not. Sitting next to you is not easy either.
Yeah, so.
It's not. Now we're gonna go relax. You can just hold it down.
Well, boys, we've got two topics today. I've thought about doing a whole episode where we break down Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously, they've gone for Thomas Frank. They've got rid of Ange Postecoglou. They're going to be in the Champions League next year. But I wanted to look at their squad and really figure out what they need and who's really levels to play Champions League football. But then I remembered no one cares about Tottenham
At all.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of Tottenham talk and we're going to interject it with some of the transfer stuff that's going on, specifically obviously affecting your clubs, but also just some of the random stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Because I want to get that feeling of pre-season. We talked a little bit about the World Club Cup on the audio exclusive episode. That's on Spotify and Apple right now.
Facts.
But I want to get that. I used to buy 442 every summer. The issue where they would break down every club's transfers and they would have a fan in there saying, here's what I think is going to happen at the club next year. My head thinks this, my heart thinks this. This is why we sold this player. This is why we signed that player. It was my favourite thing in the world, was that feeling of pre-season. So much hope, so much future just energy.
Did they do every club?
Every club in the Football League.
Okay.
It was. I don't know if they still do it
Let's try that though.
because I grew up. I was a big 4-4-2 man growing up.
4-4-2.
So I really want to get that energy through these transfers and stuff.
Yeah, of course. Let's try fix Tottenham. No, well, not fix because they won a trophy, but help them out.
Yeah. Then a lot of ways that people would say they're ahead of you in their development.
So Tottenham,
Him.
Both of you.
Oh, they're not ahead of Arsenal.
Well, they got to the Champions League and won a trophy. You guys just got to the Champions League.
Yeah, but they had a
No,
more.
I agree. No, I'm sorry. I'm not.
that don't work,
We're
you
not
know.
trying to be that show.
Yeah,
We're not
don't-
trying to be
don't
You've
that
had a more,
show.
I give them their flowers. You've had a more successful season, but I don't think they're ahead of Arsenal development.
They got a good goalkeeper, Vicario.
you can't claim crosses. If I'm being picky.
They
If I'm being
should.
picky.
They should try. I'm surprised they never try to go for like Juan Garcia or even who we just got.
Kepa.
Kepa.
5 mil.
I do
5 mil.
think the Kepa thing's weird because I do think that's a good signing for Arsenal. We talked about it. It's
Yeah,
class
yeah, yeah.
for Man
And
United.
who the cares about our second keepers? Like what? When Lee Grant came to United, I didn't flinch. It doesn't matter.
Who's he the manager of now?
Huddersfield.
Huddersfield.
He's
manager.
left Kieran McKenna. So Kieran McKenna might struggle this year at Ipswich.
Oh, you think Lee Grant was the source?
Yeah, man. To set that second man's always the source.
They're
bro.
linking Kieran McKenna with
Brentford.
Brentford. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he's from London, isn't it?
Is that right?
He started at Tottenham.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
There was even talks of
Coaching.
him going to
Yeah.
Tottenham.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
There was talks of him going to Tottenham, but obviously now they got Thomas Frank.
But their goalkeeper, I don't think is a big issue. I think claiming crosses is something you can learn as well. Especially Premier League is a rough and tumble league for a goalkeeper coming in from outside.
Do you think that Ange leaving, because you remember my criticism of Ange, even though I love him,
Remind us.
his style of football means these lot are always in the red zone.
Yeah.
So do you think next year Van der Ven gets a full season?
Well, I think we can safely say that Thomas Frank knows how to protect his centre backs and get them doing very little.
His centre backs are old though.
And they're deep.
Yeah.
The question is that what Van der Ven wants to do? Is that what Romero wants to do?
Well, there's also reports that Romero was out the door if Ange left.
Leaving, yeah.
Yeah, the players allegedly aren't happy. With
Some
Tottenham.
guys aren't happy with this, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it that? I don't think that's going to be a bad thing though.
How would you feel, Miles, if for years you didn't win a cup? The new gaffer comes, wins you a cup and gets sacked.
Yeah, it would disrupt. It would. I don't know. It's like you said, some players are going to be disrupted and going to be upset by it. But at the end of the day, you lot have already edged your name in history for the club. So you've won a trophy. So regardless,
Oh, apparently he's going back to Atletico. Did he come from Atletico? Did I make that up?
nah.
Christian Romero.
Yeah.
I thought
Oh,
you
I
said
thought you
that.
were the
meant
manager.
Ange Postecoglou.
No, sorry, yeah, no, I'm talking about Romero now. Yeah, I'm talking
Oh
about
yeah, I heard that they do want him though.
He's been linked with a few clubs, yeah.
How did he do
Atletico
one?
as well. He came from Atlanta.
Atletico.
Came from Atalanta, no?
Well,
Yeah.
someone has to check it.
No, he came from Atalanta, yeah.
Oh, yeah. My bad, guys.
They got Kevin Danso, who they had on loan, who's now
Low
permanent.
hairline.
Yeah, Harry Pinero 2.0.
Low hairline is here.
They
Looks like
spent
so.
a lot of money on Radu Dragusin as well.
They think he's going to come good under Thomas Frank.
Are they going to play back free?
That's a great
That's a good
question.
question, yeah. Because Tottenham have this thing, these fans that they like to play good football,
Yeah,
champagne
allegedly,
football, and all this
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and I don't think they're going to be happy with three at the back.
I can see it though. If you look at their fullbacks, Porro and Udogie.
Jed's bench.
And Jed Spence.
I
Yeah.
think Porro will go. I think they should try get rid of Porro, personally, and get some money. There's money there. There's a player.
Oh, yeah, he starts for Spain.
Yeah, there's money there, and then invest in Jed Spence.
Invest in him. Just put some money on him.
Yeah, invest in Jed Spence. Give him
Just
some
have a
minutes.
mil.
Yeah,
He's a Bitcoin.
invest in him. Spence coin.
Spend some money on pace.
Yeah,
Would I say Porro?
Jed Spence is a good defender, man.
Just Spence quality, yeah.
He's quality. I would get rid of Porro.
I like the depth though.
I wouldn't get rid of him unless there's good money.
Yeah, I think they could get at least 35 or 30 million for Porro.
Who you selling Pedro Porro to, Mans? Man United.
Yes.
Man United's a good deal.
Would they take him though?
They need him.
See.
Well, who's there? Dalot, right back.
Well, our right wing back's probably Ahmad.
He is good though in the back
No,
three.
he is.
But they're both good in the back three, but you'll get more for Porro.
Well, not in a back
Back
three,
three, but
yeah.
the back
As
three,
a wing
the
back, yeah.
As a wing back, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably Manchester United.
I'd sell him out.
abroad.
I'd sell him out the league though.
Yeah, I sell
of
him out the
course.
league.
We're
I'll get him
talking
out the
about-
league. I said Barcelona wanted to get him back or get him at one point. They was looking at Porro.
I doubt that.
No, I'm being serious though.
No, I know you're being serious. I doubt that.
But
That's
Tottenham,
easier league for him.
Tottenham do have a bit of a right back problem. It's kind of Pedro Porro and that's it. Jed Spence can play there,
Can play both sides.
but it's more playing left back. They've got Destiny Udogie, Ben Davies, left back options.
They
Ben
gave
Davies just signed a new deal.
contract, yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was probably
Do you
triggered
know?
contract.
After he
rather than-
signed a new deal, there's reports of him being linked to Wrexham, and Spurs are open to letting him go.
Yeah, so I don't think they gave him a new contract. I think it's probably a trigger.
No, he triggered. Yeah, he triggered a.
So who's Brentford's left back right now at the moment again?
They signed. Oh no, sorry, they didn't sign no one.
What's his name?
Lewis Potter.
So is it because we got to think about obviously Thomas Frank is going to try to take a few of these guys over here. One or two.
I don't think it's taking
one or
on.
two.
I don't think so.
Not one or two.
Maybe a midfielder, but I don't think so.
Damsgaard.
That's the obvious one.
That's
yeah.
or Norgard.
Whisk. Yeah, right. Wisser.
No, that's too
Well,
much
look,
money.
we're dealing with left back, right, and defenders right now.
Okay, cool. But yeah, Jed Spence, right back. Destiny Udogie, good left back, very good left back. Davies,
Both,
they need to get
all
rid
three of
him,
these work in a wing back system.
though.
by
Yeah,
the
yeah,
way.
do,
especially
yeah.
Udogie. Udogie is because he can invert and he can overlap.
Same with Jed Spence.
Yeah, so but yeah, so
I feel sorry for Michael Coyote. You know, he just signed for Brentford. He's their right back
From Fiorentina.
on loan.
Yeah.
That with an obligation. He just signed, and that team's getting ripped up. Flexon's gone. Boyma's going somewhere. Frank's gone. Someone else is going soon.
They were a team that probably shouldn't have held on to their manager that long anyway, though, because it is kind of a team that's going to have a director of football all over it. So it'd be interesting to see who their next manager is.
Reguilon.
Probably.
I'm sure he's out of
He's
the
gone, bro.
contract soon.
Oh,
Although
is
he
it?
did work for Brentford under Frank.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Reguilon's there.
He did. He actually left our loan and went on loan there.
Yeah.
So
and
no-
did a couple bits there as
So
well. Yeah.
dumb.
But this is how boring talking about Tottenham is, boys.
Yeah. So dumb.
This is actually how boring Tottenham is to talk about. So we're just going to talk about some transfers right now. Before we get into Tottenham's midfield, which is probably a little bit more interesting, I want to talk about Jonathan David.
He's a free agent, right?
Yeah, he is.
His contract's coming up.
And he's a striker.
He's a striker. Apparently, he's turned down Serie A offers.
He's waiting for a promo offer. Let's have it right.
As a striker, with a certain amount of pedigree, at a good age, surely there's options.
You know where he's going.
I know where he's going.
The Fruit Machine team.
Manchester United.
Aston Villa.
Ooh, that looks like a Villa signing.
You know he's going Aston Villa.
That
guys.
sounds
He's being linked with West Ham, obviously. Obviously.
cheap.
Newcastle as well. And Man United.
Has he been linked with United, yeah?
Been linked with United, yeah.
Oh, okay, I missed that.
Free transfer, because a lot of teams are counting on not having great strikers next year. West Ham count on not having a good striker ever.
Anyway, yeah.
So West Ham are probably going to park the bus in front of him and unload it and be like, come on. let's
Come, get on.
Get on. No, we've just dropped 9 strikers off. Will you please jump on? And he'll probably end up being awful for West Ham.
And then in January, Antonio's back.
Exactly.
So it's always how it goes.
Speedy recovery, Antonio.
But I think Jonathan David's an interesting one.
I'll take him on a free.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel.
You don't turn your nose up at that.
Nah, you don't. And he'll get goals. He's a good.
Will he get goals?
I think he would. I think he could get at least 10 goals in the Premier League.
If he starts.
Yeah, if he starts, easy.
I believe so too.
Who
Yeah.
could he start for? Man United he could start for.
He could start for
Oh,
United.
100%.
He could
Hoyland,
start
get
for
rid of
United.
him and you get David.
He could start for United. He could start for Chelsea.
You can't stockpile strikers, but you are looking at Gyokeres as well. Allegedly.
Yes,
So
but
you
that
do
one's
need
a
a
bit
striker.
that one's a bit trickier.
But now that I'm hearing about the Gyokeres deal, I don't know, it might go through, but they've kind of done him over now because they're waiting for, you have to trigger his release clause, which is like 100 M's. I saw something about. Well,
How have they done him then?
Because he's saying to the club, "You've done me over. Let me go."
Oh,
Like sell me, but they're saying no.
they signed him. They signed him with the express condition that okay, we'll sign you for this so that we can sell you for this, and it was all about gouging a Premier League team. That's the only reason Sporting took him to begin with.
You think
so? No one can
You
complain.
think teams look at that far forward?
Bro, I
Yes.
talked about it at the time.
If you're a middle team, yes, of course you do.
You're at Coventry. Prem teams could have gone and taken him, but the amount they were asking was like, it don't make sense. But you could sell him to Sporting with the sell-on clause, knowing he's going Prem, and do enough to plug that gap if you're Coventry. And Coventry are happy with their sell-on, and now Sporting are going to sell on. All teams have to be happy.
Did Newcastle make Champions League?
Yeah.
He goes Newcastle.
What do you mean no?
In my head.
He goes Newcastle.
Newcastle are being linked with strikers.
He goes Newcastle on a depth thing.
And what? So what?
a
Wilson,
lot of games
so
for
where does
Isak.
Wilson go then?
Oh, Wilson's gone.
Wilson's gone.
He's gone, yeah.
He's going to have to find somewhere to land.
That's
though,
what I'm
isn't
saying.
he?
Where's he gonna land?
So
though?
one of them teams
I
that
can
are
just see
coming up.
Wilson being there, Champions League, like you said, for a depth thing. They don't really have to pay him that much money. If Davies comes, he's gonna get a lot more money than Wilson. So you could still cut through with Wilson.
Yeah, but you can't cut through with Wilson.
Yeah, if you got a killer
Not
like
because of the
Isak,
injury. Wilson is still sick though.
yeah, he's
you
still
can't,
sick.
You can't cut through.
the
with
injuries
Wilson.
are mad.
Yeah, you can't. You actually
can't
end
see
up
that.
having Isak play more games than he needs to if you have Wilson in your books.
Yeah, Newcastle need to move on from Callum Wilson, unfortunately.
Jonathan David goes to Newcastle because they are playing more competitions.
No,
True.
man.
Yeah, he'll get minutes.
It's
Free agent.
rotation, bro.
Yeah, but if you're a free agent, man, you might as well go into a team where you could just start.
Sounds good.
No, like you said, it'd be better off going somewhere like Chelsea. I know they're looking for strikers.
You're right.
Oh, they just bought the lap.
Yeah,
They got the lad. They
just
got
bought the lap.
Jackson.
They got Jackson.
Nah, look, Manchester United.
I like the Villa one though.
Manchester United, Villa,
Forest.
West Ham.
Forest.
Forest have got a really good striker who scored a lot of goals.
West
last
Ham
year.
will always be sexy because it's in London, isn't it?
Yeah, and everyone's going to think they can buck the curse.
But Forest need depth though. They're in Europe now. T.
Yeah, but you said go somewhere and start. That's exactly what you just said. So you think he's going to turn down being a bench player at Newcastle to be a bench player at Forest?
Yeah.
Obviously starts over Wood. Come on.
You know, there's strikers, because being smart in this market with the PSR and all that stuff is important. And Manchester United have already allegedly spent a lot of money if a Buemo does happen.
Yes.
So they're going to have to find some value in the free agency market and the loan market, or the loan market, one of the two. There's this guy that's a free agent right now that one of the bookies has actually slashed the odds on him joining Manchester United this summer. Has anyone heard about this?
A free agent.
There's a free agent striker who one of the bookies has slashed the odds on him joining Manchester United as his next club.
What league is he in at least?
Premier League.
It's not Calvert-Lewin, is it?
It's not Calvert-Lewin. Although that was a rumour this week.
Yeah, I saw that. A free agent striker.
In the Premier League.
Do I like him?
You love him.
Who do I love that's a free agent? Name him, T. Name him.
No, don't. Give us 10 more seconds.
You always do this.
Yeah, because it's boring
Yeah,
if you
but
just
you
name
push
it, 'cause-
the ball down the road, we wait, and then we end up
And
just
then
waiting.
you're never going to say a name, let
I
alone
am,
the right
I am.
name.
I guarantee I get it right then.
Go on.
Countdown.
10, 9, 8,
7,
6,
5.
5, 4, 3, 2. T, just said.
Ferguson.
Evan Ferguson is not out of contract, no. But this player who's been linked with moves to America, with Saudi Arabia, with other Premier League teams, his odds have been slashed to Manchester United for some reason.
It's not Danny Ings, is it?
Jamie Vardy.
Oh my God. Jamie Vardy.
If you're looking for a backup striker,
Sell me this. Go on.
if you're
Go on,
if
go
you're
on.
looking for a backup striker, you got two really good wide forwards. Man United, they're playing them in the 10, but they've got them. And you're looking for last 10 minutes, last 15 minutes against anybody. Do you think there's a better option out there than Jamie Vardy? Because Jamie Vardy was scoring goals at a Leicester team that couldn't do much.
Yeah, but Tigo, I don't think he's ready to. I don't think he wants
Was
to
he
take
38?
responsibility anymore, man. He's an old man. He's finished.
37?
Bro, he scored goals last year.
He got double
he did-
digits, innit?
He did.
And he's talking like I'm still wanting to play in the Prem.
He did say that. You're right.
He's 38 years old. Realistically, I don't think you'd have to pay Jamie Vardy his peak wage
70 bags.
Way less than that. I'd say 40, 45,
bags.
45 grand a week. You'd do it 15 minutes every 2 games, League Cup, FA Cup. If you don't have goal scorers up front, why would a Prem team not take Jamie Vardy?
But that means Højlund and Xerxes still start, yes or no?
I think it's about finding value in the window. And I think I kind of think Manchester United, if they have Buemo and Cunha, I think Xerxes up front, I think you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I actually agree.
Yeah, because he's the link.
I don't think
link up
you could do with a killer.
I
But
actually agree.
if there's no killers in the space, then Xerxes with Vardy off the bench, sorry boys, I don't hate that.
So they're looking to sell Højlund then, basically.
I think Inter Milan are interested in Højlund.
See,
think- and they'll get rid of
pretend you support a team though.
Yeah.
You don't want Vardy in your team.
In what way?
You don't want
You
Vardy.
don't.
This is the transfer window. You don't want Vardy.
He's the
as
last-
one of
Do you
those.
remember when you lost Hans Zlatan?
Yes.
He was old.
I
He'd
remember.
come from America.
I remember.
Zlatan, though.
Did he
That's
go from America or did he
culture.
go to America?
Both.
Yeah, he did. LA.
No, he came from PSG
No,
Did
he went to LA.
No, I think he went
and
to
went to America.
I think
Yeah, he went to
I
LA.
think he came from LA and then went back.
Is it?
I think so.
He went to LA. I know he went to LA after Manchester United.
Yes, thank you, Miles.
Yes. Thank you very much.
No, it was PSG, you're right.
Yeah, PSG then to LA. But Zlatan and Vardy are two different
Yeah, it's two different pedigrees.
two different beasts.
Of course they are.
This is us signing Nagalo again.
Ikala's your favourite African Manchester United player.
It's a mad now. It's a mad now. Things have
Okay,
changed.
yeah. Oh, it's changed.
Things have changed.
Nah, but I'm struggling to see the downside of signing Jamie Vardy if you're a team that wants to compete around the Europa League spots this year. Especially if you're a bigger team where you know he's not going to be a story bigger than the club. Because if you're Forest, he would never play for Forest. But if you're Forest, you could see him scoring a couple goals off the bench and then Chris Wood's under pressure.
All right, so this is what United are doing. The pool table, yeah? That ball is Vardy. You keep him by the corner pocket. You know you can put him
Anytime.
But we are going to play Paul for now. He's staying there. At the end of the window deadline day, we ain't got a striker.
Sink it.
I hear it, but at the same time, give him a full preseason with the boys. Let him work around these strikers. Let him work around his 2 new 10s.
Yoga.
No
more Red Bulls.
No more. Just switch him over to the delicious virtues.
Virtue.
Which, by the
Say
way,
that.
fully powered my weekend.
Facts.
I went to the gym on Saturday morning, did back and biceps with proper gym guys who haven't been to the gym with in months. And if it wasn't for virtue, boys, I would have died on Saturday.
Well, that makes sense.
I gave one to my mum. She said she liked the flavour still.
Big up the Moody Diva.
Yeah, man.
Bigger up all the time.
Every time.
Some random transfer rumours out there. Have you seen Antoine Semeno?
Yeah, Tottenham.
To Tottenham.
Tottenham, United, and Liverpool.
It's not United. It can't be.
It can't be United.
Yeah,
That
it
makes
can't
no
be.
sense.
Tottenham makes sense though. They need a left winger.
Liverpool might make sense. And yeah, he just got to know what role he's going to do.
Left wing.
No, sit down. Yeah, of course.
Antoine Semeno starts for Liverpool. Of course he does.
Well, they're rejecting bids for Luis Diaz
Yeah,
right
what
now.
are we doing there? How does Semeno start for Liverpool? How?
I think Semeno is better than Luis Diaz. Oh, but there's Gakpo there though.
Bro, how? That's what I'm asking
Cody
you. How-
Gakpo is being linked with Bayern.
Okay, yeah.
What?
Yeah, see, there we go then.
What's happening here? man?
Gakpo goes to Bayern Munich. Semeno goes on the left wing. Diaz can chill on the bench. Semeno is a very good player.
Yeah,
Semenyo's,
he is, yeah.
He's
no, he
cold.
is, but he's not sitting down Diaz.
I think he's sitting down Diaz. I think he's more effective than Diaz in the games. I think he gets more goals. He gets more goals. and Liverpool fans complain about Diaz's his goals. That's what they complain. He's a good player. He'll get up and down the pitch for you. He'll tackle and do all that crap for you. But he don't score.
Luis Diaz, I get Liverpool fans were kind of like on the edge about him halfway through last season. Felt like maybe they'd had a bit too much sugar and they needed to find some vinegar somewhere and they found it in Luis Diaz. But Luis Diaz is still quality. There's a reason like Barcelona want him. There's a reason that
Wait. Why do Barcelona want him?
Luis Diaz.
Yeah.
To sit on the bench.
I don't get why they want him.
He's sitting
They
on the
just
bench.
do.
If he goes to Barcelona, he's sitting on that bench.
Of course.
He's not getting in nowhere in that Barcelona team. But Semeno can displace Diaz for
Semenyo's
Liverpool
he's very
all
happy
day.
in the system at Bournemouth right now because of that, the rotating front three, like the way they make space for each other and Kluivert in the 10 and then he'll switch over to the left and then Semenyo switch over to, and it's like, it's a perfect fluid system for him. It
He could
makes
even
you
play on the
wonder, yeah, it makes you wonder in a strict tactical system like Liverpool, would he be I kind of think it would be kind of devastating.
He'd be good, man. Look what he's got. Look at Gakpo on the left all of a sudden.
I think him to Liverpool makes sense. I don't know if he'll start though. That's
I think
It'd be a competition.
Competition.
yeah, it'll
I
be
guess.
a lot more rotational. But he ain't displacing Diaz, bro.
I think he could displace Diaz. Diaz is out of there. Semeno
And I don't rate Diaz, by the way. And I rate Semeno.
and
It's just the marketing of it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Have I
man.
missold it to you?
Throw it back, man. He'll be the new Mane.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
He could be the new Mane.
Mane
bro.
got told he can go, by the way. By Al Nassr.
Oh wow.
Well,
Come to Arsenal.
let's go Saudi. Let's go Saudi quickly because you know who a couple of players they're being linked with? Alejandro Garnacho.
Really?
Yeah, Alejandro Garnacho, Al Nassr.
You lot are linked to him.
You should keep him. Don't give up to us.
Are Arsenal really linked with Alejandro?
Yeah.
I don't
Arsenal
think
and
so,
Chelsea.
man. I think Arsenal. We'll touch on Arsenal, but if you want to sell a player, agents, listen to me. Listen to Miles Maligno. If you want to sell a player, all you do is link him to Arsenal because we're gonna talk about it. We're definitely gonna talk about it, and they're gonna say, "Oh, that player's up for the market. Go grab the player."
It's crazy. I'd say the same thing about United.
One of the two biggest clubs in social media.
One of the two biggest.
Bro, it is. It's over one of us is bigger than the other.
It's us.
It's
It's
Man
us.
United.
It's Man United. Yeah, it's Man United.
But yeah, Saudi.
Garnacho to Saudi, like this whole thing of younger players going Saudi, because you know who else is linked with Saudi right now? There's a player that you never would have, 3 years ago, you never would have said this guy is being linked with Saudi
That's my
and it's
guy.
realistic. Fermin Lopez.
What?
How? Already?
Barca. That's why they want Diaz.
It's on the bench.
That's why they want Diaz. Because we
How?
have to make money. So one of these youths got to go.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah, Barcelona's in a bad situation when it comes to money, and they still owe De Jong his money.
Garnacho said...
De Jong just signed a new deal.
Yeah, he did. Garnacho said that... Well, he didn't say. But the reports are the reports are saying that he would love to stay in the Prem.
Garnacho.
I think he would. His ego tells me that he wants to stay here. And
He wants to stay in the Prem.
Prove Man United wrong.
Apparently he asked in Jan, turned down Napoli. So United were going to do Napoli. Like, you can go.
They would have done them as well.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a player who proves Manchester United wrong every week is being linked with Newcastle this week. Anthony Elanga.
The most athlete I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Have you seen his workout?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
What is that?
What, with
jumping
the
jacks,
throw and the jump?
balls.
Oh.
It's powerful though. It's
Someone
explosive.
said if his family chose America instead of Sweden, he'd be a generational running back.
You can see it.
Probably a wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Yeah.
I don't know what that means
The person
at
who
all.
receives the ball from the quarterback. Wide receiver. He's wide and he's receiving. It's self-explanatory. Hey, am I wrong though, Tico? There we go.
I like the fact he didn't question what running back was.
Yeah, but running back was what Nelly was in the longest yard, didn't it?
Fair. Yeah.
There you go, man.
And he has the hit song
Pace.
over and over again with Tim McGraw.
There you go.
Which
we
brings
got
us
to talk
back
about.
to our
We got to talk
audio
about Nelly.
exclusive episodes.
Nelly's in London.
Now,
Yeah, I saw him performing at Stormzy's house event.
where's Ashanti?
She was here the
Ashanti
other
was at
week.
the BET Awards
Yesterday.
because I just saw her there looking leng
So
too.
they've done that because Ashanti was at R&B last month.
Yeah. They're
they're
swapping
doing it.
over. And where's
know
the
what?
kid? Who's looking after the kid?
Ah, come on, they got keepers for that, man.
Who's Ashanti? One of the lunatics.
Murphy Lee.
Murphy Lee. They're going to Uncle Murphy's this weekend.
Oh, they're suing Nelly, innit?
Yeah, no, one of them isn't, but the other two are, yeah.
I wonder why one of them isn't.
Yeah, because he's hype man, probably. That's his Memphis Bleak.
Nelly.
Let's look, crowd. We're really enjoying this transfer talk because it's
actually funny.
so many permutations of what can happen in football. But also, there's this team called Tottenham Hotspur who no one cares about, but they're a Champions League team now. So we're going to go back to talking about them.
I care about something.
Their defensive midfield options: Archie Gray, Rodrigo Bentancur, Yves Bissouma. I think they feel good in that space.
Bentancur should go.
Let me see them midfield.
It's a good option though.
It's not a consistent option.
Bergville. I think he gets more minutes, especially under Thomas Frank.
It's not a consistent option. Bentancur.
Bentancur, no, certainly not.
Cash in.
But there's only so many ways you can cash in on injury-prone players. They spent a lot on him. They pay him a high wage.
Have they sold anyone to Saudi yet? They haven't, have they?
Tottenham, no.
Can't think of one.
By the way, Al Hilal, I've tried for Son as well, by the way. Al Hilal are trying for everyone.
Centre mids, obviously, Lucas Bergvall, Pape Matar, Dejan Kulusevski and James Maddison. How many of those are Champions League players?
1, 2.
Say the players again. Pape Matasar, James Maddison, Kulusevski, and
Bergvall.
I say 2.
man, come on, they can all hang.
Yeah.
They can hang, but I say
I think they
2.
can all hang.
2. I say Basuma and Bergwall.
He didn't.
I put Basuma in the
He did
defensive
this-
midfield category.
What is it? Why? It's a midfielder. Get him in there.
James Maddison in the Champions League, though.
I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I don't think he's going to be. It's not enough creative output, man. They need more in the Champions League. In the you need big moments.
Him and Kulusevski.
That's
in the double
interesting.
team.
Kulu, yes. Not
Interesting.
James Maddison.
He almost was an Arsenal player.
Who?
You lot wanted him instead
James
of
Maddison.
Odegaard.
Yeah, no, I didn't want him.
I don't believe you.
I didn't. Find the tweets.
That can't always be the
It
evidence.
has to be. You see the players who I wanted, and he was never one of them. James Maddison, no way. No. I don't think he's going to be enough for them. That's what they do need. They need a creative midfielder. Tottenham.
Well, they want Eze.
They're heavily linked to Eze now.
That's a good one.
They want Eze. I'll be shocked if Eze made that move. I would.
Why?
You know what? His options are limited now. His options are limited.
He's 27 now. He's getting older. I think this is going to be his last big contract. Respectfully,
There's something about making a move to Tottenham that feels like it's
going backwards.
not going backwards,
An
going
admission that it's the end.
just a little bit sideways
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
You're not really. You get me?
Yeah.
There's no next step.
The expectations
Yeah, like
is
after
not-
when you go to Tottenham, you're at Tottenham.
When was the last time someone went Tottenham and made a next step?
Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker, Dimitar Berbatov did it. But we're talking
Oh,
about
we're
a long
talking
time
back
ago.
then, man.
Long
Forget
time
about
ago,
it.
yeah.
Gareth Bell,
Long time ago.
Carrick.
Modric, long time ago. Carrick, long time ago.
Yeah, no, this like that Poch era. It's all just like
Harry Kane didn't go
Ericsson.
there. Harry Kane didn't go there. Ericsson, yeah, it's a long time ago though.
Yeah, it is a long time ago.
He's died since then.
Yeah, he came back as
Where's
Iron
he
Man.
going, by the way?
Who Ericsson?
Yeah,
Ericsson will go.
Brentford,
I thought about that.
Tottenham.
I thought about that too.
No,
But he won't do
Tottenham
that.
Tottenham shouldn't do that.
Ericsson played under
Don't
Thomas
do that,
Frank.
Tottenham. That
at
means they're going
Brentford.
back. They're going backwards, man. You got to move forward. You got to move forward. If you're getting Christian Eriksen back, what? Because he was our old player at one point.
He could leave the league.
Nah, man. Yeah, he could. Saudi,
No, we can't send everyone Saudi.
bro, go get the check. Go get the check.
He's the type to go back to like Brøndby.
I don't think he played for Brøndby.
If Brøndby's in Denmark, right?
Yeah,
That's what I meant. That's just what I meant.
Or you could even go to like Malmo or one of these teams.
Malmo's
Sweden.
Malmo's Norway.
No, Malmo is
Malmo's Norway.
Malmo,
Malmo's Sweden.
Sweden.
Yeah,
Thank
sorry. I was thinking of mode.
You see, I'm holding my cup like.
I'm thinking of mode.
he's
going
only
on?
33, Christian Eriksen.
Yeah, but
Only.
he
This is a man that's aged a few because of his situation. That's not 30. That's not a 33-year-old heart.
Oh,
No, but he's got a new one. Obviously, he's got the Iron Man heart.
so it's a 24-year-old.
But the body's not moving like a 24-year-old. You can have a heart of a lion, but your body, it's like a sloth.
Mike Tyson.
You know what I'm
Mike
saying?
Tyson.
So far we've done goalkeeper, fullbacks, defence, midfield. Where's Tottenham's biggest need, do you think, to improve to become a Champions
It's that
League
front
team?
three.
There's that front three.
So we're not even got to their problem yet.
I don't believe so. I think they need a centre forward.
Well, we'll get there. I just based
Oh,
on,
so you
based on
talk about-
positions we've talked
Oh,
about
based
so
on,
far.
well, I would say
Right
they.
back feels like a need.
Do you think so? Pedro Porro.
Very
Pedro
few
Porro and Jed
options.
Spence.
Not a lot of depth.
That's decent enough.
I think they need one more defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
I think Bentancur needs replacing, and someone needs to be a mainstay. Come on, man. The defensive midfielder
Archie
is
Gray's got to start there next year, though.
he can't.
Oh, sorry.
He can't. Not in our Champions League year. He can't.
Yeah, fair.
What about, I heard, is it them? I heard they was linked to Diblin from Southampton.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah. That's another creative player that they could go in for. Well, that'd be a good signing, actually, to be fair.
I know, but bro.
Vardy would be good for Tottenham. That's a good extra 15
Oi,
minutes.
he's right.
That's a good one for
100%,
Tottenham.
yeah.
right.
He bullied Tottenham as well, by
You
the way.
bullied them. Go get it. Yeah.
Oh, would they have him?
Of course.
You got to think about who Vardy's pissed off.
Imagine
on his way, you know.
Imagine Jamie Vardy living in London.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, it's Enfield, so you don't have to live in London.
Yeah, but how many fish and chip shops are around there?
probably not as many as in Leicester.
That's what he's looking for.
He's got the best fish and chip
shop.
He's the best one. He's got the best one. You side him. He's got the best one. That'd be a good one, Vardy.
Boys, did you know that Granit Xhaka's being linked with AC Milan?
That sounds like a Sounds about right. I didn't know.
They are
but
falling apart.
Yeah.
Do you know how old Granit Xhaka is?
I can never
33.
guess. He's 35 now.
He's 32.
Ooh, why did we age him like that?
He's still got years on the clock.
Yeah,
It's the
definitely in
Blues.
Serie A too. Definitely in
yeah,
Serie A.
Serie A, definitely. If Scott McTominay just won the league, respectfully.
He's not old though.
I know, but he's more of a better midfield technician than Scott McTominay.
What?
Pardon?
We're still doing that.
Granit Xhaka.
You think Xhaka's better than McTominay?
No, better in the midfield.
What?
Yes.
McTominay's in the midfield.
I think he's a better technician. He can control the game better than McTominay.
No.
Yes, McTominay's a box crashing midfielder.
No.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no. I'm not having it no more.
Yes.
Well, you know who he'd be joining, allegedly, if he were to join AC Milan? Luka Modric.
Yes. Oh, that's a good midfield, man.
Xhaka, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and
Modric.
That's
And-
slow. They're running backwards.
But they got Rafael Leao to.
He might be going.
He's not going, bro.
Raphael's not going anywhere.
He's not going.
There's talks
I don't
about him
think so.
going, but he might be going. He could stay.
He's not going nowhere.
Yeah, no one ain't paying for him.
He could stay.
No one ain't paying for him.
He's not going.
Serie A is interesting though, man, because Edin Dzeko's being linked with Bologna. Apparently, they're close on a deal.
Where's Edin Dzeko?
Where is Edin? I think he's at Roma.
Still no.
Nah.
He
Where's
can't be
Edin
there.
Dzeko?
He's been there since.
Is he at Inter?
He can't be there. Salah was there.
Is he at Inter?
Edin Dzeko's contract lapsed while he was playing. He's 39 years old, by the way,
Wow.
and he was at Fenerbahce, where he has 35 and 71.
That's not
Wow.
bad.
That's great.
Wow.
39-year-old.
141 caps for Bosnia and Herzegovina.
And he's linked to who?
Bologna.
Yeah, bring him.
They just won the cup, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah, they
did.
just won a trophy.
First time in
Calafiori left.
Calafiori left and they did it.
And Xerxes left.
Thank you.
Everyone left him out, you know. Everyone left him out.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course.
But yeah,
Miles, this is an important one for you. Nathan Butler Oyedeji.
Nathan Butler and who?
Nathan Butler Oyedeji, that's his full name.
double barrel surname.
He's being linked with Norwich City or Copenhagen.
I don't even know who Nathan Butler is.
He's the striker that's on your bench.
He came off the bench against Ipswich. But this is what I'm saying about Mikel Arteta, because I called him out for this. He had Nathan Butler Oyedeji on the bench for
Sorry,
every
Nathan.
one of those games. While playing Marino up front, while playing midfielders up front, Trossard up front, all that. Never brought him off the bench. Brought him off the bench in one Champions League game against like CSK Moscow or something. Not CSK, they can't play in the Champions League, but whatever. And then brought him off the bench in like the second to last game against Ipswich Town for like 5 minutes. And then he's been released on a free to go find a club. To me,
Oh, he got released on a free.
that's negligent.
He got
by
released?
Yeah, I think that's disrespectful. I think that's negligent. If I'm a young player, if I'm Aiden Heaven or I'm Chidi, whatever, I'm looking at that and going like, yeah, that's what Mikel Arteta does to young players.
Yeah, Nathan
Did you see
still
Chido replace Xerxes and get a brace? Obviously, it was Hong Kong FC.
Hey,
But
nothing wrong with a bit of Hong Kong FC.
You said Nathan Butler.
Never Baloya Deji, Norwich City, Copenhagen, been mistreated by Mikel Arteta in my opinion.
Yeah, go man, go play.
If you've been released,
Go play.
give me minutes so I can prove that I'm good enough to go play for another team at least.
But the thing is, like you said a couple of weeks ago, Mikel Arteta doesn't respect cups. So this is where they're meant to be getting their minutes, and he just
Bro,
doesn't
he
even
was
care about
on the
it.
bench every game where you had midfielders up front not scoring goals, and you had a striker, 22-year-old striker on your bench, and he saw 5 minutes against Ipswich in the league.
Yeah, but if you check his record, if I remember rightly, I think he scored one goal in like 20 games when he was on loan to like.
Yeah, 100%. But every level for
I think it's
Arsenal,
like Boreham Wood or one of these
every
teams.
level of Fleetwood, I think every level for Arsenal, he scored goals. And you got him on the bench doing nothing. I'm saying either replace him, show him the dignity of saying go play for the 23s or whatever, or give him minutes in games where you're A, you're losing, B, you don't have a striker, or C, nothing's happening up front, or you're 4-0 up.
Do
He
you know
didn't
what?
do any of that.
Yeah.
I
once.
figured out that Tigo might be one of them managers with too much heart. Like Tigo, you would never bring someone on. He's having a stinker and hook him.
Of course I would.
So why are you fighting for Nathan Butler so much?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Right, no, it's basic. It's basic. First of all, it's team morale. To have someone on the bench who knows he's never going to touch the pitch makes no sense. It's not good for any. So if you got a kid in your academy who could be 14 years old, he's going to get more out of being on that bench for you and your club and the teammates than a guy who you know you're releasing in the summer.
So are you angry at Sterling treatment too?
No, because Sterling's a first team player that's proved that he couldn't do it. I do think he should have come on against PSG.
Yeah.
I do think that.
Instead of Tooney.
Yeah, I do think he should have. But I think Nathan.
Any
I
attacking
think Nathan
option.
Butler-Odeji should have come on against PSG
Oh,
because
yeah,
he's a
you want
striker.
Arteta to die.
It's a natural job for a striker to do. I will never. I would love to have Mikel Arteta explain it, or even Nathan Butler explain it.
Yeah, but maybe remember he's still got academy graduates that's been playing throughout this whole season.
Respect to that. He didn't have a choice. They weren't going to sign new contracts. He was scared of them going Man United. But whatever, that's great, and I love that for him. Yeah, there are players in that academy he believes in more than Nathan Butler-Odeji who could have come and played 0 minutes. For Mikel Arteta to be in the situations he was in, and he was in multiple situations, it's not like it was every game was the same. For him to not put Odeji in the game is disrespectful, and I think is every young player that's been disregarded by Arsenal over the last 4 years definitely point at that and go, that's why you go Man United. That's why you leave.
Right, so
He's linked to Man United.
no, that's Chido. That's Chido. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Cheeto thing, obviously, it was about the money. I'm hearing, innit? The wages he wanted and the demands, obviously, and he's only 15. And we gave him a pathway. I heard that we gave him a pathway to the first team. He didn't like it. He wanted the pathway you lot was giving him was more of a fast track, so that's why he went over there.
And you don't needed a striker this year, so you got.
I know, but that's just. But I personally think that's just misfortunate timing.
Misfortunate. Agreed.
That's just misfortunate timing.
Speaking of Arsenal, Spurs, back to Spurs, whatever. Daniel Levy, T. There's rumours that he is on his way, and there's a woman that is brokering the deal called Amanda Stavley. Amanda Stavley brokered the deal for Newcastle to them
Saudi,
lot.
man.
Yeah, and then she was their director of football for, I think she stopped last year.
Yeah.
She is actively working on that deal right now.
Interesting.
Have you seen her face?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, that woman.
It
blonde
was.
hair.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Do you know she went out with Prince Andrew?
Oh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I found out a lot, man.
She knows where the bodies are buried. Then.
I found out a lot.
She's got a face. She looks like a lion a bit. Is it me?
Yeah, she does look like a pound coin.
No, a lion.
Oh, 3 lions on the shirt.
A pound coin. A lion. Where did you get the pound coin from? She looks like a lion. She's got a bit of a lion, like a face of a lion.
But she
Sorry, okay, let's move on.
but
man.
she is a deal closer.
Joss Stone.
No, we're not doing that.
She looks like a lion.
We
Josh
are
Stone.
not doing that to Joss Stone.
Do you think Joss Stone looks like a lion?
I love Joss Stone.
Oh, remember Josh Stone?
Stop it.
She had a nice voice.
Joss Stone made the air.
Sweet. Now she was good looking. I think she was sweet, Josh Stone.
Yeah, it's lion
Yeah,
face
she-
though.
She didn't look like a
Sweet.
pound coin.
You're thinking of an actual lion. Now, the lion I'm thinking of.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, no, yes, I agree.
That's the lion I'm
I agree.
thinking of.
I agree.
The Wizard of Oz, the Wiz.
Yeah.
Think of
That's
those.
two- that's the
lions.
same
Lion
thing.
Witch in the Wardrobe.
Yeah, think of that
yeah.
lion. You're thinking
Yeah.
of a.
Oh, so she looks like a
lion,
cartoon lion.
Return
Yeah.
to Oz.
There we go. Wizard of
Brother.
Oz lion.
Yeah.
The Wiz. Type
That
in
looks
the
like
Wiz.
Andrews Townsend, you know.
The lion from the Wizard of Oz looks like Andrew Stanton.
Tottenham.
But yes,
something needs to change.
There's something happening.
Something needs to change. I've heard a lot of rumors about what's going on behind the scenes over there with that owner being somewhere and his daughter being in charge. And honestly, if it was anyone other than Tottenham, I think people would be massively interested in what's going on behind the scenes at Tottenham. But because it is the most boring team that have ever been a top Premier League team, people don't care.
And do you remember Fabio Patrici?
Yeah.
The Italian.
He's going back.
Oh, really? After the transfer ban?
He's going back to Spurs, yeah.
Wasn't he like their sporting director or something?
He's going back.
Wow.
That's
There
what I
is
mean.
nothing happening at Spurs.
Yeah, but that's
Beyonce,
actually,
Chris Brown,
That's actually mad
Formula
drama.
One.
That's actually mad
Kendrick.
drama.
Yeah.
But we don't care.
Yeah, it's true.
They get lit concerts. That's mad.
Do you know what I feel sorry for Thomas Frank a bit? Thomas Frank, we rated him because he done quite a lot with very little resources. He's probably gone to Spurs thinking more to do. But they've probably got him because he done a lot with little resources.
Yeah.
He's gone to Big Boy Brentford.
Yeah,
That's what he's done.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like you got a bigger wallet
Yeah.
with the same money in it.
Oh, he should phone Ange Postecoglou right now and be like, bro, what am I in for? Ange is going to be like, mate.
I'll tell you
shit
what,
show.
mate. It's a show.
It's a joke. It's
Do you
a
think
bloody
managers
joke.
do that? Phone each other? You think,
Yes.
Yes, they do, yeah.
What? CRB?
you think he's gonna phone Ange? Seriously?
No, he probably won't, but I think managers
Like
phone each
teams
other.
will phone and say, "What was it like over there?"
Yeah, because as well, what will happen
Yeah.
is he'll go into a meeting with Tottenham and Tottenham will be like, this was Ange's problem. Then the financial, they're saying that this was your problem. He's going to be like, no, mate, it was rubbish, Vegemite, that kind of thing.
By the way, there's a transfer we haven't spoke about. He's a free agent, and he has to come back to the Prem. And I want you lot to place him. You lot ready? Yeah. Sean Dyche.
Ooh.
We got to place him somewhere.
Please.
Wolves. If Wolves. But no, Sean Dyche doesn't need to come back to the Prem. It's actually passed him by,
No, see, stop it.
Did you remember what happened at Everton?
We're not doing that.
Yeah, Everton
It's passed
was
him by,
bad.
bro.
We're not doing that. I heard him talk on Stick to Football, and he won me over again. Let me tell you something. I can't be a director of football because I would have watched that and signed him. I swear
Get
that.
rid of your manager that's doing a great job and getting Sean Dyche.
Every now and then a manager will lose his job and then go away and learn a new hold. That's what they call it in wrestling.
That's what he said. He went to Como.
Yeah, he did. He spent a lot of
He
time
went
in
to Como.
Yeah.
My heart will break if he ends up being a man with a pen and a pad on TalkSport.
He's got to go championship. He's got to know himself.
He should just hang around until January because somebody's going to get fired who's coming up. One of those managers.
Why would you want that job though? Because you're going down.
That's what he said. He's a fixer.
Yeah.
So it's a big pay
Apart
packet.
from when he breaks, like when he broke Everton.
He didn't break him.
You see what David Moyes did with the same resource.
That's big Moyes though. No one else would do that.
If Moyes is big,
Yeah.
Dyche is championship. Sorry.
He's got a point because Moyes is he's just in the Prem.
No,
Moyes
Moyes
is
is a
class,
lot
Moyes
more
is
than
class.
that.
But no, to
Stop
talk
it.
about like just
I know what you mean.
keeping him afloat.
Moyes is a lot more than
I don't
that.
like him at Wolves though. I like the fact that Wolves have got that little Portuguese vibe to them and stuff. Dyche goes there. Bloody hell. That Portuguese stuff goes out the window.
It's true.
All that Portuguese stuff is out of there. You're gonna
Ashley Young, come in.
Actually, young at Wolves makes sense.
McNeil.
Boys.
Yeah,
All
facts.
he's gonna take all these Burnley boys back. No.
I saw Calvert-Lewin reports that Calvert-Lewin's rejected a deal and he's going as a free agent. Then his wife said this is false, but the Everton fans hate his wife for whatever reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they batter her.
What's going on with his
And,
career, though, Jordy?
What's going on? What?
Calvert-Lewin, like what's going on with his career? Because he can't stay at. He's not.
Well,
he can't stay
fit.
at Everton.
He can't stay fit.
Can't stay fit for one.
Well, that's why he has to stay at Everton.
Saudi.
Stop sending people to Saudi, bruv.
Listen, Tigo, if you get a phone call, 11 p.m. Calvert-Lewin, what's he watching at 11 p.m.? Let's give him a bit of Netflix, a war documentary. Calvert, he's got nothing else to do. He's injured, so he's catching up on war. Agent phones you and says, El Hal, was it? What was it?
Al
Chief.
El Hal has phoned you and said, listen, 2-year deal, Saudi. What's your wife saying?
Jesus.
No, you're taking it.
You're taking it. I'm saying.
Well, he can't even get in at Al Hilal. Let's be honest.
No, not right
That's
now.
mad. That's Mitrovic.
Any one of them
But
teams.
if he's out of contract or is he last year of his contract or is he out of contract?
He's out of contract this summer. I want
That's
to
a
say.
very valuable free agent, boys.
Come on,
English, does score goals.
Premier League, Prem proven.
All right, cool.
He must be turning down a lot of money though.
At Everton.
Yeah.
But
That's
he's
interesting.
leaving an open negotiation period for El Halal.
Yeah, okay.
Right,
You can
listen,
negotiate with them now. You can
See,
negotiate with anyone now.
You're a director of football at any club in the Prem right now. Not any club. The clubs below Big Six.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 free agents on the table, Vardy and Calvert-Lewin. Which one are you going for?
Great question. I'll go Calvert-Lewin. I'm always going to buy the upside on Calvert-Lewin. He's actually a very good player.
Do you think there's still upside?
Yeah, there's definitely still upside.
How old is he now?
He reminds me of
29.
Zion Williamson, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Zion Williamson's a bit
Come
of
on,
a
man. I know
Calvert-Lewin.
people, man. Don't play with me, man.
I know, but bloody hell, yeah. He was a prospect, you know.
He's 28, Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin
See,
is
20.
Zion Williamson without the stories.
Zion Williamson's a big fat guy.
What happened to He's a failed wonder kid, T.
Currently a failed wonder kid, no doubt
Currently.
about it.
Currently a failed wonder kid, man.
He's a failure.
Oh, what'd you say? Sorry, it's off topic. We're going to bring it back. Carmelo Anthony, failed wonder kid? Never won a ring.
No, he won a lot of Olympic gold medals.
That don't count for me.
You can't win a title on your own. It's not possible.
Yeah, but the
He
Olympic
played for the Knicks. We are not capable of winning championships.
could have moved. But anyway,
He did move. He moved
think
to a
you're
few
being
places,
harsh.
but
I
it's
just
harsh.
I don't know. They've talked about he's a great player, but he could have been.
Let's just
say
save it for From My
James
Right. We'll
Harden
save it for
never
From My
won.
Right on our basketball
Another
show.
failed one. Yeah.
Yeah, From My Right basketball show. Big
Ilya
up.
Zabani is being linked to PSG.
Big move. He should
I
do
saw
it.
that.
Big move. He should do it.
Bournemouth are going to get
They've lost.
pillaged.
They've lost. Yeah, they've lost 3 of their back 4.
Yeah, they have Zabani, Hoyson, Gyokeres. They're going to lose. They potentially lose Semeno And there's one more. I think they could lose Evan Nelson as well, you know.
What?
I've seen no links. It's possible. Miles is lucky like this though. Sometimes these things come true.
Yeah, I know. Then he tweets,
yeah.
I told you, Wiles.
Just made it up. Adrian Truffert is going Bournemouth apparently to fill in at left
is
back.
that?
France international, Adrian Truffert.
T, did you make that name up?
No, he's 23 years old.
From what
Who does he
team?
play for Lille.
I've never heard that name ever. I'm surprised the Gaffer ain't had a link, you know?
And they've lost their keeper. Bournemouth.
Yeah, but they got Neto back.
Yeah, but
They got Neto
That's
back.
so weird.
What?
Football's so weird.
Bournemouth.
The net was just like the number one choice. Then they loan him to Arsenal and loaning Kepa to replace. What is football's weird?
What's Kepa doing, T? He was the most expensive goalkeeper ever. 70 mil.
I don't know. I think he wants a comfortable life. I think he wants to stay in London. I think Chelsea, it just burnt out. I think he's genuinely a good goalkeeper.
He'll
And
be Chelsea's
what is
first goalkeeper now.
Is
Yes.
he 30 years old?
yeah, 30. He's 30.
There's still room for him.
He's thin, though.
Yeah, but he'll bulk out though. You don't need to
He'll
be,
bulk out.
yeah. You don't really need to be big for a keeper, to be fair though.
I don't know, but he needs just a bit bigger than that.
Nah, he's fine, man. He's good. But he's a tall keeper. He's fine. I'm just surprised that he's coming to Arsenal to sit on our bench.
Well, you saw what happened to Wojciech Szczesny. He retired and then won La Liga.
Smoking.
I think goalkeepers are just a different culture.
Yeah, it's different, man.
Just get in a squad.
Marcus Bettinelli has left Chelsea,
Yeah.
gone City.
To replace Carson.
I want to be a third goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I want to be a third goalkeeper.
Yeah.
See, look at that. And he's going to be collecting a check, and all you do as a third. I'll tell you what you do as a third keeper. You wake up. You're right, love. Yeah, she makes you your breakfast.
I'm guessing that's the same with most players if they've got wives.
Now let's see where it changes. Let's see where it changes. Keep going.
You're right, love. Yep, you're right. Yep. Got my porridge run. Yep. Eats his porridge. Eats his oats. Doesn't jump in a Bentley or anything like that. Drives a Skoda.
Facts.
Drives a Skoda.
But he can buy a Bentley.
But of course,
Yeah.
you're third string.
Yeah.
You let the young boys do your thing. I've done that years ago. I'm driving a Skoda now. Drives a Skoda to Man City. He chills. He's in there. He doesn't even sit with the players. He sits with the coaching staff.
Facts. But guess what? You win a trophy.
That's what I'm saying. So you sit with the coaching staff. You've won a trophy. You don't even want to be integrated with the players really because you're trying to get into that world soon because you're coming out of the game soon. You're not playing. So you're just taking in knowledge. You might even become a first team coach, goalkeeper coach at one day.
Yeah, but you're acting as if they're old. There's young ones.
A lot of clubs don't even have third choice goalkeepers.
But this is why it's a rarity.
You
T.
don't.
No, we don't. We just about have
You
one.
don't.
Well, the moral... see, we do. Tom Heaton, he just left.
Oh, really?
The moral of the story is, though, if Project Yamal don't work, Project Carson.
Goalkeepers can peak at 22, get a big move, Kepa,
yeah.
and then spend the rest of their career collecting a big check hanging around.
Scott Carson.
As long as you stay fit and you don't
That's the thing.
cause waves in the changing room.
I think Fraser Forster is actually on his way to Newcastle.
See, look at this.
If you type that in right now, I think you'll
Look at
Did he
this.
come from Newcastle originally, Fraser Forster?
I want to say Southampton.
Third string keepers are the nicest guys. You ask them to stay behind.
Oh, do you know why you're right?
He came from Newcastle.
I met Lee Grant, a fantastic man.
Well, we met Neto. Lovely man.
Brilliant. He gave us banter for days.
you met Bournemouth's first goalkeeper.
at the time. But still, they're just nice guys. Do you mind, Neto? Do you mind staying behind for extra 15 minutes so I could just work on my...
So I can practice my free kicks?
Trying to
yeah,
think
sure.
of
Why not?
I'm trying to think of third choice goalkeepers. What was the Northern Irish goalkeeper who played for Man United?
Or a Carroll.
Roy Carroll once stole my Adidas boosts on a shoot.
He's a thief.
He didn't steal it. He borrowed it.
He just
come back?
He just put them on and walked out.
Oh, the trainers.
Yeah. It's all right. I got them back. I think he was confused, but I'm just saying
Roy Carroll.
that happened.
Third keepers,
Third
man.
keepers, man. That's
Bettinelli. Do you know how long he's been at Chelsea?
years.
Isn't that the player Arsenal are looking for?
Yeah.
A better Martinelli?
Yeah.
A better Nelly?
A better Nelly.
Would you take Rashford?
No.
What?
No.
What does that mean? No.
That's what it means, Tigo.
Luke, 1 minute.
Arsenal fans don't know what they're talking about. You wouldn't take Rashford after what you just saw in the last 4 months.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take Marcus Rashford. No. Huh?
Vish! Wait, what Arsenal fans doing, T?
Arsenal
fans are
I'm confused.
No, everyone.
I'm confused.
Arsenal fans are confused.
Who scored more goals? Well, who scored more goals in the time that Rashford was at Villa? And I don't know the answer to this. Rashford or Martinelli?
I think it's Martinelli, you know.
You might be right.
I think it's Martinelli.
You might
Martinelli
be right.
scored more goals.
You got bigger goals.
Who would have scored more goals in that Arsenal team in that time, Rashford or Martinelli?
Martinelli, because he did.
He wasn't in. Rashford wasn't in the Arsenal.
Yeah, but
system.
Martinelli was there and he done what he needed to do. I
you
understand what you're saying. Rashford
Do
is
you
a good
need
player.
a new left winger?
Yes, 100%.
Do you think Rashford, with like Saka on the other side, Odegaard and Marino, is a better Nelly?
Like City's goalkeeper.
I don't know.
Do you want me to help you?
No, go on, you're going to say yes, he is. I don't think he is. Okay, cool. Probably at that period of time, for the 6 months, yeah, because Aston Villa got a good Rashford. You needed a new environment. Cool, that's different. Us taking Rashford right now, no. Arsenal's past that. We're past that level now. We're trying to go for the league. We're trying to win bigger trophies.
That's interesting. You're
Us
past,
going, no, we're past Marcus Rashford.
you're past Marcus Rashford.
We're past Marcus Rashford.
So what is it? What is it then?
What do you mean?
What are you aiming for? Yeah, like what's the benchmark?
The players that we're looking for now, obviously, is Rodrigo, Williams. I'll take even a Lookman. I'll take Lookman over Rashford right now. I'll take even Semeno. That possibilities you could try hijack that from Liverpool, whoever, or from Tottenham. I'll take Semeno. 100%. There's better wingers than Marcus Rashford right now for Arsenal. I feel like we're going backwards. I feel like it'll be another Raheem Sterling situation, especially over a period of a whole season.
So you think Marcus Rashford to Arsenal is another Sterling?
Yes, I think it's a whole another Sterling situation. We're going to boost it up and make it seem like, okay, we've got this player, look what he's done in the past, and he's going to come to Arsenal and he's just going to chill.
What's the comparison?
Sterling.
Yeah, but how do those two match each other in your head?
Where they are both in their career. Obviously, Sterling's at the end of his career. So Sterling did what he did. We all saw that it wasn't great. Marcus Rashford, personally, I don't think Arsenal is the right environment for him, especially with a coach like Mikel Arteta. It's going to be on his back.
Perfect for him.
I don't think he's gonna take well to that criticism or all that type of pressure.
Let me say, there's every chance he could be Sterling at Arsenal.
Yeah.
But there's also every chance he could be a better Nelly.
Of course.
Are you saying he's a diva?
No, I'm not saying he's a diva. I'm just saying Marcus Rashford is not what Arsenal needs to get to win the Premier League or try to win the Champions League.
Yeah, but you also said that he wouldn't cope well in that environment at Arsenal.
No, I don't think he would.
Why?
Because going off the track record, you have to be married and have a girlfriend if it's.
You have to be married and have a girlfriend.
When you play for Mikel Arteta, all of them are married and they have a girlfriend. For the one, I don't know his personal life, but I don't think Marcus Rashford is married. Is he married?
He's been
I don't
linked
think he's
with
married
a
either.
blonde beauty this week, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the thing. Those kind of blonde beauties, Mikel Arteta doesn't like. Can't be having it.
Unless it's Odegaard. That's the only blonde beauty Arteta likes.
No. So I just don't. Not Marcus Rashford. No.
All right, let me ask you one more time. Sorry, just to be clear. The season starts, your left wing spot is vacant. You could put Martinelli there or Rashford there. Mm-hmm. Who do you think gets you more goals?
Martinelli.
You can't believe that.
I believe it. I honestly believe it. When was the last time Rashford had a great standout season?
About 3 years ago.
When was the last time Martinelli had one?
About 3 years ago.
Oh, so
but Martinelli's still been better than him over the period of 3 years that they haven't been
Arsenal,
good.
but Rashford hasn't.
Yeah, that's
So what does that mean?
It means
It
it's
means
not fair.
everything.
Yeah, we've got players like Cunha that's still playing, that's had a better season than both of them.
He
And plays for Wolves.
doesn't play for Man United.
But he plays for Wolves.
No, but he doesn't play for Man United.
Yeah, but you've had players that play good that is not in a better team.
No, I'm just saying that there is players that can't play well at certain teams.
And that's fine.
He's obviously, that relationship at Man United is so broken. It's
So why
fractured.
should we come and amend it?
Well, luckily you just got to witness him at Aston Villa and say, "Oh, look, it was you take the fish out of the poison water, and look, he flourishes."
Then go back in that flourish water at Aston Villa. Go to
So
Aston.
where should Rashford go for you then?
Go back to Aston Villa. It worked for you. Why are you going to put yourself in another environment, a different environment? We've got different expectations for Aston Villa.
If it works for him, why wouldn't you see that then and say, we should try that?
No, because I don't think Marcus Rashford can step up to that pressure.
So
I
he
don't
should,
think he can.
So Villa's his level.
Right now in his career, yeah. Or it might be somewhere else. But the pressure, Arsenal needs something now. Mm-hmm. That's the pressure we put on. That's the pressure that Mikel Arteta is under, and that's the pressure that Arsenal fans are putting Mikel Arteta under.
Okay.
And I don't think he's that player for us. We need a striker, so the striker needs to come in and start firing straight away. And then we got to get a left winger. He needs to come in and fire straight away.
Do you know I had a dream, yeah, that Pep took Rashford and he went mental.
Yeah, makes sense.
He can afford to do that because he's got other players all over the pitch that's going to get goals. And
I felt sick.
he could go Man City. They've got Grealish at Man City.
Wait, so what's your point? He can go Man City.
He could go Man City because you're going to get Mamouche, you're going to get Haaland, you're going to get Shirkin, all these guys, and he's going to score other goals for you.
That's what.
No, we don't have a goal scoring team like that though.
Yes, you do.
We don't.
Yes, you
we
do.
don't.
Yes, you
Man
do.
City's output is more. They've got more. Their attacking output is way better than Arsenal.
It wasn't last year, was it? This season just gone, was
Yeah,
it?
but that's
I'm
a
asking.
one-off.
I don't know.
You have multiple goal scorers in your team.
But we're good. But we're relying. Mikel Moreno, my friend, he just got 7 goals and like 8 assists. That's a midfielder.
That's good.
Yeah, I know, but we're not relying on that going into the new season.
No, but that shows you there's goals there too. There.
Yeah. There's Havertz,
Name me-
there's Jesus, there's Saka, there's Rice,
There's
there's
Trossard.
Odegaard, there's
Yeah.
Trossard.
Name me
Gabriel?
Name me 3 players in Arsenal's team, even 2. That's going to get me 15 goals or more, and I can name you 3 at Man
Havertz
City.
and Saka.
No,
Yes.
that's not enough. That's
You
not.
said name two.
That's not. No, that's fine.
And not
No,
Anelli,
No,
but
no.
Rashford.
No, that's not enough. I'm saying those 2
Plus
alone is
Rashford.
not enough. No, Martinelli, no, Saka and Havertz is not enough
So
to
add
win the
Rashford.
league. No.
Then you get another
That's
15.
not enough. Because you're saying that Martinelli is
So
not...
your left winger now has to score 100
Yeah,
goals.
that's what I'm asking.
No,
that's the
I'm
best
saying
question.
my left winger needs to score at least bare minimum 15. You need
Like
to keep
Rashford
up.
would.
No, but when was the last time he scored 15?
He would score
3 years
15.
ago when Martinelli did.
And that's why we're replacing Martinelli, because we need someone to do
Rashford
it
scored
now.
a few more than Martinelli, by the way.
Yeah.
No,
he did.
we need someone who's
of
going to do
30
the
goal
same
season.
thing as Saka on the left hand side, not as probably as good, but a higher output. We need that.
You mentioned Jack Grealish. He's been linked with Everton.
See, they've priced him at 50 though.
Everton.
You got to get something back.
You're not getting 50, bro. In fact, he's going on loan,
He will go on loan.
He's going
Yeah,
on
of course
loan.
he will.
Who?
Grealish.
and he's going on loan to Aston Villa. I'm saying
Because
it now.
they can't get Rashford back.
So from my left exclusive, he's going on loan to Aston Villa because Aston Villa will take a chance on anyone, man.
But they got to hold a loan spot. They got to hold one back because Jack Grealish will be late in the window, I reckon.
Oh my god!
I was thinking of a
Aston
team.
Villa in trouble. They got to sell some people, right?
I don't think they have to sell some people. They have to sell to buy, I believe. They finished 6th. And to jump up a place now, with those 2 loan players gone, they're going to have to find more goals. And I actually don't think they can close the gap on that top 5.
What's
next
the
year.
realistic asset there? But I heard Bailey's going to Neom SC, which is a team in Dubai that Ben Rama plays for.
Wow. Business.
You can't be mad at it though. He's Jamaican. You can't be mad at that.
He's not your money, your top 3 Jamaicans.
No, not Liam Bailey. But you can't be mad at it. You got to go get your money. Go get your money.
Who's the asset at Aston Villa? It's a good question.
Morgan Rogers.
Is there a market for Morgan Rogers?
Of course there
There
is.
has to be.
Where is it?
Chelsea will probably take a Morgan Rogers.
Arsenal
will
would.
take a Morgan Rogers.
Yeah.
Newcastle will take a Morgan Rogers.
Chelsea have got. Would Arsenal take a Morgan Rogers? Is that what they're in the market for? Are they out there looking for a
T, you know,
10-8?
you know, Arsenal would
we'll take a
rather than buy a striker, buy a 10-8.
Yeah.
I don't know that. The only thing that makes me think they would is because he played for Manchester City. But Chelsea have got a problem in that regard because they're looking at Gittins from Dortmund, who's another former Manchester City academy player.
Mm-hmm.
That would give them who?
What a league! What a league!
Palmer.
Palmer Caicedo.
Caicedo's not from Man City.
No, it's
Lavia.
Palmer.
Oh, you're talking about the
Lavia.
Man City. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the midfield of just
Palmer,
Chelsea.
Lavia, Sancho just left. Caballero, Enzo Maresca, Tosin.
Tosin, yeah.
Jeez.
Did Cucurella play for City as a kid?
No, he was linked to City before he went Chelsea.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, Brighton, they was on him, boy. Jesus.
Cucurella's come good, man. He's a great one-on-one defender.
Yeah, he is. He does like the jewels.
He's a great one-on-one
Saka
defender.
burns him every now and then, but he does love the jewels. Tottenham, quickly, again.
Oh, we're back here.
We're just going to finish this off. Their attackers, they got Wenmin, Son, Mikey Moore, and Timo Werner's gone this year. Have they let him go? That was an
Yeah.
18-month or something,
You
wasn't
have to
it?
assume he's gone.
Right, on the right, we've got Brennan Johnson, Wilson, Odebear, and Dejan Kulusevski as an option there. You've got him in the 10 as well. And forwards, Dom Solanke, Mattis Tell, and Richarlison. The attack is their problem, isn't it?
Hishalasan's gone.
Yeah, they're linking him with Everton.
Is it?
Back, he's going back.
Richarlison, Yeah, he's linked with going back.
I like it. I think Richarlison's someone that needs to play every day
Yeah.
to find form. You can't hot and cold me.
And a manager like David Moyes, who's not going to ask him to score 20 goals.
Is that who he played for? No, it was
No.
Martinez.
What about
it's not
thing
Martinez.
for Tottenham? What about Pedro from Brighton? Because I know he wants to get a move away.
Yeah, because you know what? I think he thought Chelsea were going to be in the market for him. Newcastle have got him on the back burner if Isak goes, which doesn't look like he will.
Yeah, that's a decent signing.
I don't understand.
Pedro and Solanke's not bad.
I don't understand.
good rotation.
Brighton's thinking there.
in terms of selling him. I just think they thought there was going to be a window to cash in. I think that window might have closed.
Yeah, I think it's gone now.
70 million to Chelsea, they just signed a lap. Isak, there's no market for him.
Is that the thing with teams nowadays? Obviously, inflation of players. A lot of teams sound like they're pricing themselves out with their players, that they're not being realistic with sales. Like 70 million for Pedro is not realistic. Like if they said 55, they could have got the money. Just get the money.
Just get the money. Well, their model's
nothing.
not based on just get the money. It's based on here's what we value this player at, and if we can't get it, then we've got him next year, and he'll do this much value for us, and we'll sell him again.
Brighton missed out on Europe
For 70 mil.
correct?
Brighton missed out on Europe. Yeah,
So someone's got to go.
Someone's got to go.
I don't think they've got to go. I don't think that's how Brighton works.
I think they want to
Signed a lot of players already.
I think they'd want to sell him because I think that they you know how they are. They're value in the market. Can I just say I'm sick of this?
What?
The Brighton, the Wolves. All these teams, and I know it's
They're
a
just
cliche.
floaters, man.
They're not just that they're floaters.
It's in the
but
league.
just that
Good team, though.
these are teams formed by mathematicians, and they are players developed by spreadsheets.
Well, you could be mad at Wolves, but you can't be mad at Brighton.
I can be mad at who I want to be mad at. You actually can't police that.
I can.
How?
Why can you be mad at Wolves?
Get mad then.
I'm mad at both of
No,
them.
wait. Why can you be mad at Brighton?
Because it's boring, and there's no passion. There's no like. I'm not a passion merchant but it does make Brighton kind of very uninteresting. Show me Brighton a 2 p.m. kickoff on a Sunday, unless they're playing one of the top teams. I'm like, nah.
No, T, they got players. Don't do that.
It's not about just having players. It's about stakes. It's like watching a great wrestling match with nothing on the line.
But there was something on the line this year.
What?
Europe.
They were trying to fight for Europe.
Bro, stop it.
And they had a 31-year-old manager.
and a
Done
39-year-old
us over
winger.
twice.
And he's born in Texas or something, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fun fact.
Man, it's boring. I think Brighton are boring. I think I'm bored of it now.
I think they're a selling club though.
Of course, that's what I mean. I'm bored of this.
Belieber, where's Belieber going?
So what is your type of club?
Belieber.
Go on.
Belieber.
Ambitious teams who sign players for more than just the sell-on fee.
Palace.
Yeah, Palace are slipping into that territory.
You talk about Newcastle.
No, Newcastle's.
They fell into money.
So
They
who's
don't
your club
count.
then?
I think Everton don't sign players because they maybe can sell them on at some point.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think Palace.
You're patting
necessarily
Everton
do that.
on the back.
I think Palace do that a little bit.
Brentford.
Oh, I can't stand Brentford.
T, no. We have to get a team out of him.
What's going
Who
on?
is the team you rate then?
I rate most of the teams in the Premier League. I just
No,
don't.
say
I
a
don't,
team,
I don't know.
Tito.
I've got Man United, Liverpool.
No,
Tottenham.
forget that.
No.
I'm talking about the methods you hate Brighton for.
Who's the team that?
Yeah,
Doc's
who
not
is the
doing?
one that does opposite of
Aston
that?
Villa.
What?
Aston Villa's squad isn't assembled overnight.
T, I hate that though. That's
what?
worse.
In what way?
The fruit machine, you're here 1 year, you're gone next year thing.
Right. At the end of the day, you're never gonna crack being a top team if you don't take chances on players. Brighton will never take a chance on a player. Brentford will never take a chance on a
Brighton
player.
sold Caicedo and had Baleba there.
Exactly. They're not taking chances.
That's wicked.
Why?
What
Why
do you
is
mean?
it wicked?
That is
So they can be
fucking
10th
wicked.
and then 10th and then 10th. Why
But
is
they
it
were
wicked?
almost not
Yeah,
10th.
But they were 10th.
T, their manager's 31.
So what?
Oh, come on, what is
So
it?
bro,
I don't
they're
know.
doing
I
it
don't
with
know
the
what-
manager.
what do you
Bro,
want
they're
Brighton to
doing it
do?
with the manager. They literally signed a manager to say, Rob, when he's 33, we're gonna bag 10 mil off. Like Brentford just got 10 mil from Thomas Frank. They're doing it with their manager. This is the least football team in the Premier League.
Brighton
is very Red Bull, is horrible.
You are not allowed to criticize Brighton and rate Villa.
Of course I can. It's almost polar opposites.
Exactly. And
So I
Villa's
can
is
rate
shocking.
Well, Villa actually did play Champions League
See, they
football.
got the worst PSR.
Cool. So what is it? What is that? The new league table, the
They got the
PSR
worst
league
PSR.
table. Is that the new league
It's
table?
big, though.
Then don't
is that
bring it
what
up.
we're looking at?
Then don't ever bring it up.
Bro, you've got to bring it up because you've got to strategize around it. Aston Villa, to me, let themselves down not getting the Champions League in the last season. They did everything right to get there. Like Forest nearly did it. It was nearly played the PSR game
That's shocking.
perfectly. But what Brighton have done is play an amazing PSR game, and then on the pitch, 10th.
See, I don't rate money up Jack Machine stuff.
But that's because you support a team that has infinite budget.
T, we're broke. Come on.
I've been to the Amex training ground a few times. It's wonderful.
So you hate their method in buying the player?
I hate their method in running the club and buying players, yeah. I think it's soulless. I think it's absorbing a lot of joy out of the Premier League. I think they might as well be Wigan.
So what about Bournemouth?
What did
then?
they bring to the
What do you say
table?
Bournemouth?
No,
is it?
don't do that.
Bournemouth is the opposite. There you go. There's Bournemouth. There you go. Great example. Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, yeah.
Bournemouth take chances on players.
They've
they
taken
don't.
chances. Yeah, they have.
No, they don't. That's maths too.
Bournemouth is mad.
That's maths too.
Hoyson.
Zabani.
Hoyson's maths.
Carcass.
What do you mean? You're just saying young players' names? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
that's maths.
That's maths. Hoyson was maths.
It's maths to play 3 under-21 defenders together.
It was maths to see that works.
No, you have to
Yeah.
put that on the pitch and see because no one knew Senesi was going to get injured.
What? Oh yeah, true.
Right, no, and Bournemouth go Championship. They pull a player out like Semeno, pay money for him, good money for him, and he ain't gone yet.
That's good sell on. That's good sell.
If they sell him, if they
do you
sell
know
him,
what? I don't think we're gonna agree. Crowd, let us know. I'm with Brighton. Yeah, I don't know what this director of football's talking about. I'm with Brighton. I'm all for it. You're with Villa.
it's fun. They're one of the teams I enjoy watching. I don't enjoy watching Brighton. I'm not investing in them at all.
Crowd, you prefer fun or 0 PSR? Let us know.
Well, from my left, we decided to talk about Tottenham and we found a way to do it in a way that meant we didn't have to talk that much about Tottenham. We've left a lot on the table. We left talking about Cristiano Ronaldo crying and then saying I'm still staying at Al Nassr. Aaron Ramsey to Pumas. We didn't talk about Ray and Nori. We didn't talk about the fact that Man City have taken Liverpool's set-piece coach.
Yeah, Pep
Yeah.
Lenders.
Well, no, James French is their set-piece coach.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they took him. And Benjamin Sesko, his agent, working overtime, trying to link him with 1 million clubs to make Arsenal pay whatever is
Hurry
obviously
up.
being asked of him.
That's what they're saying. Hurry up. Just looks like a decent signing at the moment, though.
But subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Our audio exclusive is up on Apple and Spotify right now, and the boardroom is coming.
Boardroom's
It's
coming.
so
man.
close.
The boardroom's coming.
It's so close. Miles, it's great to have you back, man.
Speedy recovery specs. ACL.